stand up. Yo. Mike's Corner, pull up a seat, grab a cigar, chop it up with the DMV. We going hard and bringing them something new, breaking down the daily news. Tune in and listen, talking sports to politicians and what's trending on the street. Ain't no limits, ain't no gimmicks, we just getting to the business. Raise your glass in attendance, yeah. On the corner, round the clock, bringing issues to the table. It's that uncut reality, gotta cover the facts. We living amongst tragedy and still giving back. Numbers don't lie, tell Mike pull up the stats and let's go. And they some of the realest though, Mr. Sean Mike Williams. On the corner, meet me on the corner, Mike's Corner. Politic and pull up a seat and listen. On the corner, meet me on the corner, Mike's Corner. Politic and pull up a seat and listen. On the corner, meet me on the corner, Mike's Corner. Politic and pull up a seat and listen. On the corner, meet me on the corner, Mike's Corner. Politic and pull up a seat and listen. Mike's Corner, Mike's Corner.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy October.
Yeah, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday.
Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, indeed.
Also, wait a minute, let me start that over because I can't
please
say
please
Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That was so politically incorrect, and I'm not trying to be like Kanye West right now. So let's start this over. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Mike's Corner. Also, as y'all know, it is October. Y'all know it is October. Now, we also know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
So, ladies.
And fellas.
Yeah, ladies and you know what? I'm glad you said that because that goes into my show that I told y'all to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
I told y'all to show.
I watched it.
Yeah, a million.
I ain't had time to watch.
A million joint.
I ain't
Ladies,
had time to
and
watch
like
it.
Sko just said, and gentlemen,
Exactly.
make sure you get mammograms. Make sure you get everything checked out. Check the boobies. Check the boobies. Fellas,
The boobies.
fellas, check your chest.
Yeah.
Check your chest.
Yep.
Also, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month as well.
Yes.
So, hey, I know sometimes people be in domestic violence situations,
Man.
but you don't have to be in it, please. If you're in a situation, please say something, blink, do anything. Do not allow any of that situation to take over your life, okay? So please, let's understand what we're going through. Again, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies and men. Ladies, check your boobies. Men, check your chest.
Check your chest.
And also
Check your pecs.
domestic violence awareness month. Ladies and gentlemen, because it's some men that's also in domestic violence situations too.
Ain't that something?
That's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah. Prayers go
Say
up.
something. Tell
Blink.
somebody. There's always an ear out there. So make sure y'all do that as well. Also, again, beginning of the month, let me give a shout out real quick to my son Trevin. He turned 28 2 weeks ago. On the
Getting up there, boy.
Nico, whoa, that look like some gout right there. Shout out to my son Trevin who turned
28.
He turned 28 a couple weeks ago on September the 15th. So shout out to my son Trevin. Also shout out to my daughter, my kid who just turned 25 on Sunday, September 30th.
Happy birthday, my
And
kid.
congratulations
Happy
to
birthday.
her as well because she got a promotion now. She's the manager of a hotel. So
All right.
shout out to her too. Get that
Big
work, get that
things.
money.
Big
Hey, pay them
I'm
bills.
visiting your town.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, princess, pay them bills, baby. Pay them bills on your own. Hey, just hey,
On your own.
On your own.
I like that. Yeah, on
Keyword
your own.
slide it in
But
there.
hey, like I tell my son and my daughter, man, look, I'm just your dad. Call me if you need me.
Slide it in there.
Other than that, yes.
On your own.
Yeah, on your own.
One more person, right?
And we got
As I'm about to say, see
on
that?
TJ. Wait a minute, let me get to it because I was gonna go around the room first because when we do our weekend joint,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows
he was gonna
this.
talk
He's gonna
about
talk about it, right?
the
right.
situation.
Yeah,
So,
right.
but
Yeah,
let me
go
say,
ahead.
happy birthday to CJ, which was Friday,
Right, all
September
right.
28th.
Birthday,
Right.
man.
Yes, happy birthday. I was gonna let CJ do it when he came out for the
We
weekend.
ain't gonna say my age.
happy 21st.
Forever. Joker get a year older.
On that, man. Shout out to you,
Year
Mom
older.
Deuce.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to say happy 21st to CJ. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to CJ. We'll get into how the weekend went for him as well.
Okay.
No, we should start with that Joker first. You know what I'm
Start with the
saying?
birthday boy?
Start with the birthday boy first. Let him
So-
go and get it off his chest.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let me get it. Since I'm just quick to throw it out there, right?
Fastball. That was a fastball.
Hey, bruh. If you throwing out birthdays, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What's up, Larry? How you doing? So, as y'all know how we do, welcome to Mike's Corner. Got the 5-man show in tonight. We got my main man Score One Time in the building.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Got my man Mr. Sean. Got my main man Chill Wheels.
What's
And
up?
got my man CJ.
What's up?
We all in the building tonight, man. Great conversation, great topic tonight. Which I know how we do every other Tuesday that we on here, man. We talk about our weekends and see how the weekend went. So we're gonna start off with the birthday boy. You know what I'm saying? CJ, how was your birthday weekend?
My birthday weekend was great. I had a little party at the house.
Yeah.
None of these five guys can make it.
A little party
You said
at the
none of these
house.
five.
Not a little, but
That
A little
one-
party
okay, I
at
should
the
say,
house.
let me correct that. Not one of these 4 guys can make it because I'm the 5th one and I was there. So not
I
one of
knew
these
nothing. I'm
guys can
sorry.
make it.
I know what?
Don't even say he wasn't
Let's see,
invited. Nobody wasn't know.
Cause no, actually, you said you was gonna be there.
Yeah.
I was about to say, didn't
But
he say
aren't
he
you
was
in the
going?
group text? Well, you said something out. I mean,
He told you personally. He told us
He said it
personally.
at the meeting.
He said to me, Scope was like, yeah, I'll be there this time. I missed the last time, CJ. He was like, he said, I missed the last time, CJ. I'll be there this
In
time.
the group text.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, I already told you I couldn't make it. I was already obligated.
To be honest, some people had already told me they was off.
I had previous arrangements.
But I
They
definitely
told
would have
me.
been there.
But one person told me he was going to be there, right?
Because he missed the last one.
Right, he sure.
Exactly.
Right, he sure did.
Exactly.
Sure did.
I can't catch
And
a
he was
break.
a no-show.
Hey,
no
man.
call, no show. You know how we talk.
Oh.
No
And
call,
I had-
no
Hey,
show.
CJ.
Gotta send him back home then when he tried to
Hey,
send him.
see, all you got to do is burn his pancakes.
I hear you.
Burn his pancakes.
You know what you did?
So
and
how was
I didn't scroll back. That's my fault.
So how was the party? How did it
Party
go?
was good. We had karaoke. You know, had a bartender and put in food. Actually, I did.
As usual.
Right.
And I did something a little different with the food this time. We had some Middle
What, you
Eastern-
cook?
I do cook sometimes. Middle Eastern African American food, African food from Africa, Middle Eastern. Yeah, a friend of mine brought some of that there, so people was enjoying that too.
That's
And
what's
then
up.
I had the basic, I had the chicken,
Yeah, right.
And the way.
What kind of chicken? Was it fried?
You had to have
For the people who wasn't going for the,
He gave you the look
Middle
like
Eastern
you know it.
for the people that taste buds ain't really ready for that kind of stuff
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Who don't like that type of stuff.
Yeah,
So, other
yeah.
than that, it was good. It was good.
That's what's up, man. Happy
Had a
belated
good time.
birthday again, champ.
Yeah,
Sorry,
happy belated
sorry I wasn't
birthday.
able to, attend the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also for me, again, like for me, it was my daughter's 25th, so she was like, "Daddy, I want to do this, I want to do that." So I was like, "Cool, that's what's up." So make sure that she had a good time for her birthday and make sure she did what she wanted to do and have a good time. She invited a couple of her friends, and at the end of the day, they was all good. They was happy about it. They had a good time. Everybody enjoyed themselves, had drinks, and we just had a good time, man. So
Got
big shout out for
blitzed.
that. Yeah, big shout out to that, to my daughter for being able to have a good time and bringing the 25th in right. You know what I'm saying? Along with the promotion, she got the promotion
And
the same
promotion
week.
celebration.
And promotion celebration.
Double
so-
whammy.
Quarter of the way.
Yeah. So
That's what's up.
that was good. That was good, man. So weekend was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do any of you cats remember when you was 25? What you did
Yeah.
for your birthday on 25th?
Yeah, I just had a birthday. I just turned
Yeah.
25.
I just told you I was doing the party at the house, boy.
15 seconds ago, I was
You're
25.
not even listening to me.
Man.
20 when I turned 25, I was just happy to call the insurance company and say, "Hey, you need to drop that."
Oh yeah.
Drop that
25
price.
and up, it sure does go down. Get
Drop
that
that.
discount.
I
Thank you.
wasn't thinking about that at the time of no 25. You lying like a bug.
I wasn't thinking
I was down the Met.
Yeah,
I was at the
indeed.
Met, dog. but
I
I'm
was
trying to
down
tell
the
you,
Met driving. I ain't care about insurance or nothing. As long as I had my license, I was
Insurance
good.
was strict back then.
I mean, it was when you had tickets on your license and accidents, man. Yeah, they was hitting.
Golly, man, you need to learn
Man,
to drive before
right.
you get that.
Well,
I did.
at 25, you let me go back. Let me say this. So at 25, you had the responsibility to get the insurance, but you wasn't responsible enough to able to not get tickets and stuff. You're losing me, son.
Yeah, man.
I'm confused.
Accidents.
Well, Papa, I'm sorry, bro.
You confusing me. Are you responsible? Or you're not responsible. What was you? I don't know.
He's responsible to be irresponsible.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it was.
Because I don't understand the situation, bro.
Wow. Hey, shoot, when you had to pay that insurance, you understand that when that joint come up out your check, boy.
Yeah, well, that's something I ain't had to worry about at the time.
$7.99 a month.
What?
No, that was car note and insurance, and I was doing it by myself. So I was like, look, I had to get that joint on my mother.
Now you back to your responsible shit. So now you being responsible.
Yeah, I'm very responsible.
No, because I didn't know. 1 minute you was like,
frugal.
No, because I'm saying first he was like, you got lights, you got tickets, and all this and accidents. That's being irresponsible. But you got to make sure you got the insurance.
Got to. I don't care how much you pay.
So you
got to have it.
You was irresistibly irresponsible, basically.
Yeah.
Something, yeah, okay.
It just wasn't right at that time.
Wow.
Hey, shout out to my main man, Durham. What's up, Durham?
Wow.
Yeah.
Sko, what was your weekend?
Our weekend's pretty good, man. Them a little bowling thing. I'm back bowling again.
Little bowling?
Yeah, a little bit of
Just a
bowling,
little
man.
bit?
Yeah, it's being in a whole new house, man. They closed Parkland. That's where we were bowling every Saturday last year.
Where's Parkland?
Parkland was on the corner of Silver Hill and
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
they closed it down?
Yeah, they closed it.
Wow.
She sold the bowling alley. Yep. So we moved over there to Riverdale. I haven't been to Riverdale in about 20 years, man.
joint still open?
We used to go over there after the Met and all the clubs and bowl all night.
When we was irresponsible.
When we was
Exactly.
Right.
driving, we getting tickets.
Over there,
I wasn't getting tickets. I was riding around in a Caprice Classic station wagon with tinted windows all the way around. And I ain't getting no ticket, sir.
I'm sorry, I got tickets.
Yeah, so we moved over to Riverdale now. We over in Rinaldi's. The good old Rinaldi's, man. Still there. Still packing the house. Went over there, did a little bit of bowling. After that, went over to my favorite lady, Lydia. Got me a meal. Then I went on home and chilled out for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, big shout out to Lydia Wright and Skeeper.
Wow.
Big shout out to both of them as well.
Stop there. You did not get a meal. You got a couple meals.
Yeah,
I
for
saw
the
your
weekend.
bag, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I saw
So you got a weekend package.
Yeah. I got. There you go. Gotta have something for tomorrow, you know. Gotta have something for the 2 days, but why not?
He got that weekend special.
Yeah, I got a weekend special. Hey, you gotta eat 2 days. It's 2 days in the weekend. Last time I checked, so
That's true.
Got the good old wings from her, man. That was a good meal.
Hey,
man.
them
I got the
wings
sandwich.
was-
What thing?
Them wings was
Delicious.
The greens,
All off the bone.
man. See, we're not talking about the bone, but them greens, you got to pause in the bone, boy.
Oh,
Paul,
boy.
the
Here we go.
ball.
You know, look.
I thought he was mature. What happened?
He's back
Say
here.
he was mature.
I keep trying.
Now he back
Yeah,
kid again. He kid again. Yeah. See, just that quick.
That's the tickets and stuff.
Yeah, the tickets. Pull him over, man. Get him
He the
down.
only joke I know got pulled over and got a ticket for sucking on a chicken bone.
What?
Wait,
Wow.
Oh,
What's
wait a
wrong
minute,
with you,
man.
man?
Wait a
This
minute.
guy, Sean, man.
I don't understand.
Pull it over.
Man, get his pink slip together, man.
Oh my gosh! Like,
Pull
what,
over.
Oh, goodness.
what are
Is
we
that
talking
Sko?
about?
Hey, Sko, you just left the mat, didn't you?
Man, anyway, back on track, man.
Eating
Yeah,
them
got that
brains,
and the
chicken
salmon,
wings.
and then Sunday, watched football over there at the good old Buffalo Wild Wings because I left that Dave and Buster's alone, man, because they've been in a lot of scrutiny lately, man. Did you see the news?
The one on Richie Marlboro?
Yeah. you
So
seen the news
it was that one?
The manager was getting girls to do sexual favors
What?
Was it
to
that
get
one?
more shifts.
Was
yes.
it that one?
It was that location. Yes, the
Okay.
brand new one over in Richie Marlboro.
Wow.
And they had
Not far from me.
Yeah, and I had terrible service over there. So the last couple Sundays, and one of the girl waitresses was like, "I'm about to get out of here. This is crazy." I mean, I never knew what she meant. And then I looked at, and then that came up in the news, and I was like, "Wow."
I mean, it might have been some other
So
things.
me and my partner, Train, you know Train, Mike. We decided to just change our location. So we going to Buffalo Wild Wings from now on to watch the games. Wow. And we had a ball over there, man. When I say we got a ball, we had a ball because us four can relate. I know he can't relate, but DMV Dallas Cowboys Club was in
they
there,
always
man,
in
and they
there.
was deep, man. They had a ball, so they welcome us in. We going over there. We had a whole section to ourselves.
Were they feeling sad? Because
No, why would we feeling sad? Why would we be feeling sad?
What's
that
up,
star
Cedric?
prevailed this weekend, baby.
My main man Cedric, always watching us from all the way from Miami.
So yeah, we
Hey,
watched
hey,
the game,
Salam.
enjoyed it, had a good time, man, and that was pretty much the weekend. Went home Sunday night, watched the game, Watched Pittsburgh look terrible yet again. And that was pretty much my weekend, man.
Okay.
Football and bowling.
Yeah, well, Mr. Sean Diddy of the city was in. I was at Meeks Saturday night.
You was at the club?
Yeah, with DJ Rico. He had
okay.
5 DJs up that joint.
Oh.
Chuck B, DJ, what's my man name? Frank White.
Yeah, Frank White. Okay.
It was 5 of them. And Rico was one of them, and it was cool, man. But I never thought that DJs could really bring that type of crowd. But it was packed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they was getting it in.
Yeah.
It's some videos on Facebook, and Rico was up there getting it in.
Was this the
DJ Frisco
birthday thing? Was this the
no?
Okay.
It was just they had 5 DJs up there just doing it, and it was real cool, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it was packed. I was tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a good time, man.
Boy, you old. You talking about you tired? You old?
You out there trying to boogie again, man?
Yeah, you out there. You
can't boogie.
Trying to hang with them young boys.
I'm too old to boogie.
I'm too old to boogie.
I'm sitting on the wall watching everybody else boogie.
You was boogieing at the party we had. I got footage.
Yeah,
I got footage.
I get the boogieing from time to time. But the weekend was cool. Watched some football. Very interesting football this weekend.
Okay.
I love my quarterbacks. Quarterback stepped up this weekend. It was especially last night. Philip Mahomes. Yeah. I said his name right. Hopefully I said it right.
You said what?
No, actually his name is Patrick Mahomes. Just in case. Future references though.
It's the P.
Did he say Phil?
It's the what? What's
the first name?
You can't say nothing. I said it's the P.
He said
I should have said Patrick Mahomes, but I said Phil.
Yeah. Okay.
But Slim showed his ass last night for real.
He did. He's definitely a phenomenon.
Yeah, he stepped up, and I didn't know he was there last year, but yeah, he stepped up.
Yeah.
Man, it's a difference from last year to this year.
Only other quarterback I think besides I forgot the other quarterback's name, but the only one to beat Denver twice in his first 5 games.
Yeah, they mentioned it last night. He broke a record, but I mean, he's something to look for in the future, man. He's the next. I can say pretty much the next Aaron Rodgers. They comparing him to Brett Favre.
All right, you wait till year 2 about that.
You said what?
Wait till year 2 about that.
No, this is year 2.
No, he's still.
Actually,
the jury's still out.
Actually, he's a rookie. He sat behind Alex last year.
Oh, okay.
Technically.
All right.
So he's a second year player.
But he played the whole game against Denver last year.
Yeah,
so they're gonna give him that
one game.
Yeah, I know.
But he's technically
he's
on the field. He's a rookie this year.
He's a red shirt rookie.
So he'd have been red shirt. Yeah.
Same thing. Everybody who got all up in arms about RG3 his first year.
Oh man, well, yeah.
He was breaking records, right?
And
Same thing you said about Dak Prescott. First year, he's breaking records, right?
Yeah.
Second year, so hey,
garbage.
Will.
You know where that comes from, right? You get the films. Study on
hey CJ, hold on, CJ. We're not gonna talk about because you're a Redskin fan, and you want to talk about.
We'll get into that.
So all those films and the study on them.
Let's keep it moving.
And then they know.
That's what I said. So.
What you got, Will? How was your weekend, man?
We gonna get to it.
We gonna get into sports, man, later on, man.
My weekend was good. It was let's see, Friday. I just went out with a few friends for a birthday. Saturday had 2 weddings to attend.
Wow.
Which tired me out. Yeah. But they were nice weddings. Actually, one of them was over at Woodford.
You had 2 weddings?
Country Club.
Yeah.
Did you wear the same suit?
Did I wear the same suit?
Yeah, to both.
Actually, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean,
absolutely.
What the hell?
So we gonna go home.
He's not the man of honor.
Right.
What the hell?
So it was
shout out to my main man Q, our theme writer for our song.
What's up, Q?
What's up, Q? Shout out to my main man Q.
It was out Woodford, out Mitchellville at the Country Club.
Okay.
It was an outside wedding.
You must be talking to CJ because
we're not. CJ,
we don't know about
country club.
I don't know the country club.
Good
like,
Lord,
I'm not prepping. I haven't been prepping. I am not on that level yet. I'm just able. I'm just reaching past the security, the gated community.
Where you going?
Oh, believe me, they stopped me at the gate.
They gonna give you the Kevin Hart.
They gave me the Kevin Hart.
I'm just saying.
You ain't getting
They stopped you at my gate.
Yeah.
Mike, did they
It depends on which way I came in.
This is true.
Yeah, the special code.
The one way I came in kind of pissed CJ off now.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Like, wait a minute.
How how you ring my doorbell? I said, I just came to the door. No, how you get in the community?
Wow, you ain't like that.
How you get to the gate?
Damn.
That was funny.
I don't want to get dude in trouble.
Hey, I ain't trying to tell you all my secrets, but everybody has a past, goddamn.
I was like, okay, we need to go back home.
Yeah, maybe we need to go back.
I go back.
Damn.
Sorry, CJ. No, I didn't know who he was. What is
Yeah.
You gotta write his name down. Like, oh, bruh.
Wow, it's me though.
Oh yeah, but on let's see, Sunday I went riding down.
Okay.
Yeah, I went all the way out.
Still got some riding weather left.
Baltimore. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Went riding and then that was it. Just chilled out. Oh, want to shout out to my grandma. Today is her birthday.
Right. Today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday,
Grandma.
She's deceased, but thank you.
Okay.
Hey, that's still good.
She,
Rest in peace.
that was my heart. That's my baby. She raised me since I was 5. So yeah, that's my baby. Today her birthday. She would have been 86 today. And but also I'm glad Mike brought up because I was going to bring it up too for Domestic Violence Month because that's how I lost my mom. Actually through domestic violence. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So again, yeah, ladies, speak up.
No doubt.
Fellas,
Yes.
speak up.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's important.
A lot of men ain't gonna speak up.
Nah, they won't. And a lot of women either, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah,
if
we
and
know.
if you watching the show and you one of them sucker people that's doing domestic violence,
Shame on you.
tune out or listen and get some good advice or something.
Tune
Stop
out
it.
or get knocked out.
See something, say something.
I'll tune your ass up and
Right.
tune you out.
Yeah.
I like that shot.
They're not gonna bother you because they want women. They want
Say,
to
fellas, stop condoning that, man.
I'm talking to the women too that's out there butcher comment.
Yeah,
The frying pans
bullying
and
these dudes.
I got
mad because he said something wrong. Stop slapping your men, ladies. Stop it.
Oh, trust me. I've been to some places where women tune some.
Hell yeah, they do.
I'm sure.
Hey, he take the high road,
But it's
you
not
know.
sitting out like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he don't want to say
I'm
nothing.
not understanding
What, just say I
that.
love her?
Yeah,
I love her. I don't
I'm not-
say
nothing happened.
There's nothing happened. I love
You
her.
understand what?
I'm not understanding. I mean, if a woman smack a dude
Yeah.
and he doesn't really, I'm not saying
He doesn't
you react to it. I'm not saying really go off and knock her ass out. But if she's causing you that type of harm, I mean, you gotta do something. Say something or do something.
Yeah, some men,
But the thing is like, how is this?
Get her off you.
How,
you know?
how's his self-esteem though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a lot that
Some
that
people,
deals with even though going into what we're gonna talk about later on as far as depression. Self-esteem can drive you to do. Low self-esteem can drive you to do a whole
Yeah, that's
lot.
on both sides, men
Yeah.
and women. That's what
Yeah.
causes it. The women want to stay and stuff like that.
But then the thing about women, a lot of women say, "Oh, he loves me." You know what I'm saying?
I done ran into a couple of them where they say I done heard it be like, yeah, shit, my man don't love me if he don't. I don't think he love me if he don't hit me.
What?
Wow.
So then they've been brainwashed, then, right?
Right.
I-
What
Some
wrong?
type of
No,
brainwashing.
he just knocked the sense out our ass for real.
Yeah, that's really beyond just some type of brainwashing.
Yeah.
But do you think on the
But
male
it's
side of it,
threatening,
do you think the male is not going to say anything because they don't think nothing's going to happen?
It's the ego. I
But
think
my
it's
guy
more of
just
an
telling
ego
this:
thing.
if a woman smack you, then you smack her back.
Yeah, that's usually what
Hey.
I'm gonna say sorry first.
You put yourself in a man's place.
That's what you just said.
I'm gonna treat you like a man.
Shout out to a
Yeah.
man, Mustafa.
This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
No, that's what you tell your child.
No, I said that's my child.
This shit right here gonna hurt you way more than it hurt me.
You gotta do the Jody. What he did to Yvette.
Hey.
He like this. Swung back. Hey. Oh my God, I ain't mean to do
But
that.
yeah,
But
fellas, if y'all are out there doing that, fellas and
Shout out to my
ladies,
main man Dooney, tattoo
What up,
artist.
Doon?
Moved out to a new
Doon?
spot. I did call him or text him the other day. He didn't respond because I need to block out a day.
Uh-oh.
I need to block out a day, sir.
what's the new location? If you know of
College Park. It's in
College
Baltimore Avenue.
Baltimore Avenue,
Oh, okay,
College
okay.
Park.
Yeah,
College Park
I
by
tried to
Dunkin'
text him whatever, but he be too busy. So you know what I'm saying. I need to block out a day because I'm trying to get some tattoos done, sir.
Plural.
Golly, man, it's hard to find good work, boy.
Hey, you
Hey,
man.
man.
Did you
But
go to
let-
the Comic-Con?
Yeah, he probably did. He already.
That's
Baltimore.
coming up Thursday in New York.
Doing he go
The
where
Comic-Con.
if it's a tattoo event or whatever or comic stuff or even
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah,
he
he
in
did,
it.
huh?
He did.
Did they have some up there in Baltimore?
So,
Comic-Con.
They
Yeah,
have
up
some
there.
reason, but this one in New York is this Thursday.
but
New York Comic-Con.
they got to do
everybody seemed like they had a great weekend. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
big shout out to all y'all for having a great, safe, responsible
weekend.
weekend.
You ain't gotta look at me when you said that.
I'm just saying.
Responsible.
Hey, we got a big show today, man. We're gonna talk about this domestic violence. I mean, we're gonna talk about depression and stress. Get into a deep conversation about that. We also gonna the thing about people don't understand about depression. You never know. Yeah. You never know who can be depressed. Right. You never know if it can be stress. And trust and believe, depression don't always mean that you're depressed to a point where you want to kill yourself neither. So we're going to get into a depression conversation, stressed out, see the signs, and do you or can you have somebody to talk to that you'll feel comfortable with and tell them that you're feeling that way. Then we're going to get into the upcoming, we completed the first quarter of the NFL season. We're going to talk about that and the upcoming NBA season. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick short break and we're going to be right back after these 2 commercials.
Head on over to DC's first IHOP located at 1523 Alabama Avenue Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's the first Black-owned and operated IHOP in D.C. At IHOP, they want you to think of their table as your family's table. Create new memories and enjoy the food you love with the people you love. And they will take care of the cooking. We promise you that Renata and her team will take real good care of you. They are open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and open 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. So stop by and let them know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you, and guess what? You just might get a discount.
Hey, looking to purchase a new home? I got the real estate agent just for you. Check out Ms. Sakina Kingwood, realtor and CSR with Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. She lists and sells homes in Maryland and Washington, D.C., specializing in Southern Prince George's County and Northern Charles County, Maryland. New home sales, move-up buyers, and first-time home buyers are her specialty. To discuss your real estate needs, call or text Sakina Kingwood at 240-375-4790. Let her know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you. Hey, welcome back. Again, big shout out to everybody, man. Happy birthday to CJ, and I'm glad he had a good weekend. I'm glad everybody had a great weekend, man. It was safe and
fumble. It must be football season.
But at least I know I'm responsible enough to make up for it.
Hey,
you ain't the only one that got a mic in here, Slim.
So what you want?
I'm gonna show you how to do this, son.
What you want to do?
You better stop shooting that little gun over there, Slim. Pew, everybody go down. Pew, and everybody go down. But
so he's a true gangster.
Right. So big shout, like I said, to CJ, happy birthday. Big shout out to my son Trevin. A couple weeks ago, he turned 28, and yes, he's rubbing it in there. He is 4-0 in our fantasy football league. He is 4-0.
Wow.
But he did this a couple years ago. We started off like 6-0 when he had Matt Ryan and Matty Ice. When Matty Ice was Matty Ice and Julio Jones.
And then he melted.
He started 6-0. He started off 6-0 real smooth, and then
that was it.
Reggie told him, "Hey,
he hit that ski slope."
It's not young fella. It's not a sprint, son. It's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
But right now, he got a better perception of it, though. He 4-0. So shout out to my son, Trevor, 4-0.
Right.
Happy birthday to my daughter, my kid who turned 25 yesterday. So big shout out to them as well. Hey, Linda, how you doing? Watching us all the way down there, which is Trevor's mom. Watching us all the way down there from Tappahannock, Hague, and all that. Yeah, appreciate the love and support.
Wow.
But I wanted to bring up one of the biggest topics because a lot of things that people don't know or don't really discuss a lot, and they may discuss it in certain corners or certain circles, but sometimes it's just, when certain things get close to home or whatever, I think you got to bring it to the table or bring it to the forefront. And
no doubt. I want to do 2 shout-outs. Shout out to Curvin and shout out to Carl for tuning in for me. Appreciate
big shout out. And Mustafa.
Yes, sir.
Mustafa. That's the one that gave you that speech just now, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he tell you?
That's what he said.
What did he tell you?
He said, if a woman slap him, he's slapping the back. That's my man.
Let him know, huh?
Don't put yourself
Don't
put yourself in that man's place messing with that man like that.
Come around messing with these nice people.
Hey, man.
Get in the car.
We all watch TV shows. We all, everybody's always looking for that next TV show that make it touch home or that makes you really sit back and think. Yep. I mean, we do look at a lot of TV for entertainment.
I love it.
But a lot of times these TV shows can really, really touch home, man. Yep. And
It's not fiction for everybody.
Yeah, and one of the shows that caught my attention that I was looking at is called A Million Things. A million little things. It was about some friends, 4 friends. They met on the elevator. They didn't meet in high school. They didn't grow up together or none of that. They met on the elevator. They got stuck. They got stuck, and they was on their way to a Boston Bruins hockey game, and one of the guys was there, was talking to them, and they just became friends. They became real good friends, and it was great. And what happened was everybody got when you're dealing with friends, everybody has their own life. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what one person goes through, what one person's thought process is. So what's up? Shout out to my main man Joseph Lawrence Goins. Say what's up, Joe?
What up, Joe?
On, but it's crazy, man, and it was dealing with depression for one of them. I urge everybody to watch the show, because even though we're going to talk about it, it still don't do it no justice, because you have to see it, you have to feel it, you have to understand it. And the one that I would say he led the group, because he was the one that made all of them be friends and stuff like that.
And he was the one that had the most money.
He had the most. He was at that. Yeah. I don't know how you can measure success. Right. So but like CJ just said, if you want to measure success, he was the most successful.
Put it that way.
Financially, no, everything. Financially,
he had everything going.
He had everything going.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, remember they found his wife was.
But at the time, he had everything going.
Right.
So he closing big deals, big businessman, corner office, everything, and
exactly real estate, big real
estate guy,
and just closed the deal.
Then he
amazing with the deal he closed. We'll get into that.
Yeah, and he actually was on the phone. He closed the deal. Soon he closed the deal, went to call his man. Man answered the phone. He killed himself.
No doubt.
Yeah. Wow.
So as the show go on,
man doing too.
Yeah. So what happened was, as the show went on, they started getting into each other's lives and whatever. One of the guys, as Sko said earlier, when we talking about breast cancer, we said men check your pecs. Check your pecs. Mm-hmm. They was in a group, and the ladies, it was so funny because they was in a group, and the ladies was talking about. She was explaining her breast cancer situation, and so she just looked over and was like,
she felt off.
What are you doing here?
She stopped mid-sentence like, excuse me, what are you doing here?
And he was like, men can get breast cancer too.
Right.
Wow. She never knew that.
She never knew. I guess she didn't know.
Right.
So.
And she was a therapist. She's a therapist. Remember?
Yeah. She was. Yeah, she was. Because he wanted to be a doctor. Yeah, in the job. Yep. She's a therapist, and end up,
So they showed you the men don't even go when they got and that's on their mind.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So they end up meeting. It was cool. But then other friend was trying to be a movie writer, and another one was they ain't even really specifying what he do for a living too much.
Can I read this real quick?
Sure.
Let me give you a quick gist on what the show was about.
Joe said A Million Little Things is real, and the spin on it is so crazy.
It is so real. Some have achieved success. Others are struggling in their careers and relationships, but all of them feel stuck in life. After one of them dies unexpectedly, it's just the wake-up call the others need to finally start living. Along the way, they discover that friends may be the one thing that can save them from themselves. I just think that's a deep statement.
It is. It's real deep because as they go on, they start talking, and then like the one that had breast cancer, he always,
joking and
stuff. But at the end, he was like, man, really, which is kind of truthful in what he said, but again, it's something that you would never know. Right. And he was like, we keep going out to the games, we keep hanging out together, we keep going here, we keep going there. Yep. What the hell are we doing? Right. We're not really friends. Tell me one good thing that came out of this whole situation.
Right.
And the black guy, which is my man, he came a long way from Rome. He came a long way from playing MC Hammer. So, and he was like, well, when so-and-so died, you gave me the call. Yeah. I literally had a bottle of pills in my mouth, about to kill myself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was about to kill myself until the phone rung and you called to tell me so-and-so just committed suicide.
And the guy had to call him about 3 times because he wasn't picking up.
Right. So he had finally picked up and he was like,
what, man?
So,
what do you want?
So he said, so-and-so just killed himself.
And he spit them out.
He spit all the pills out in the sink and this and that. He never told his wife or none of that stuff. And like one of the things, we was talking about the guy that closed the deal. He actually was closing the deal for the black guy wife to get a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's how close they were. So it was like, man. So he was like that. So that one good thing did, even though you didn't know I was about to kill myself if you wouldn't have called.
Right.
So y'all have been sitting there looking at 2 goddamn suicides.
Right.
Okay.
You know, and the thing about it, he had the letter written up and everything.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He actually left one.
He had the letter written up and everything.
The other guy left one, which is kind of like a spin on the show.
That's one of the spins too. Yeah. So it's like when they found out, he was like, well, they looked at his phone, and he was like, well,
he said it showed that he had called.
You was the last one that called.
Yeah, called you.
It was so happened that his friend was with his wife. Yeah. And so the next episode, I guess she gonna tell him that he must have knew because he found some kind of chain or something. But that's the spin on it, that we so tight. One of the 4 sleeping with the wife.
Yeah.
And when he called you, you was in bed with the wife. And you was like, I'll call him back in 10 minutes when I get in the car.
Because he was giving the was it the son or the daughter music lessons?
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
And that's what he usually is doing. But then it was the terrible spin.
It's a terrible spin.
What's happening? But my thing is this. So when you were friends, no matter what, man, if they are calling your phone, do you pick up? No matter what time it is, because you pick up. Because
well, you know what time
the guilt trip is going to be, damn, I didn't answer his call.
Yeah.
Well,
we all know why on that situation, but
Right.
just think about if you just out and about now, he ain't talking about. I call him back later.
Right.
You never know what that call can be about.
And that's not to lie about it. We've all have done it.
Yeah, we've all looked somebody off
Exactly.
before.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
all
take
done it.
that. I call him right back.
Yeah,
I call him right back.
I call him.
Yeah. And then we'll call him back, but we can't pick the phone up at that time.
At that time,
Right.
like, yeah. But I know that guy's kicking himself now. You know,
Yeah.
as far as the show goes, to not answer that call, man. Now you have all these things running through your mind, like, oh my God, if I'd have answered the phone, could that have changed the outcome of what happened?
Right.
Yeah, that's
know?
a big question.
Yeah.
And that's as big to me. So, man,
Yeah,
that's where you know.
What was he calling for?
You don't know. You
You don't know.
You don't know.
calling to tell me that I know, because he could have been calling to tell you that I know.
Exactly. That's all.
Because I don't even think he left a voicemail. So,
he
you know.
didn't.
Nah, because he could have been calling, letting them know that I know what's going on. But that conversation could have been. It could have probably saved him,
Right.
as well. So you got
If he'd answered the
if he'd
phone.
answered the phone.
Yeah.
So my thing with suicide and depression, I've always thought suicide was a coward way out until
you always say
Jay-Z.
that.
Until Jay-Z showed me the Khalil joint, the younger that was locked up.
In Rikers, right?
Yeah, Rikers, and you never. Again, that goes back to you never know what a person is going through.
Right.
So
What would
it's
push
like,
you over that edge?
yeah, it's like, man, let me think about this, dude. Then it started having me think, like, do you know, like,
Do you really know what's going on
in your so-called friend's life?
Right,
Like, do you really know?
Right there.
Joe said, and the messed up part about it, he sleep with his wife, the man who helped him to keep him right. That's what it was. That's what he helped him. He helped him stay sober for 7 years.
Exactly, because he was an alcoholic. That's right.
And that night, and he's about to have a whole. He got the bottle. He's about to drink the whole bottle until his son came in that joint and said, "What you doing?"
And he was smashing his wife.
Yeah.
I gotta go home and
That's
watch
the hard
this show.
part, man. This show is.
It's real deep, man.
It's on ABC, right?
I think it's ABC.
ABC.
So it was
Wednesdays, 10 o'clock.
So cause I TiVoed the joint, and it was tough. So like again, it brings us to the question. Like I started thinking about like the depression. People don't realize. A lot of people like. Have you ever been through depression?
I think we all been through depression. We just might be handling it different.
Yeah.
I also think that sometimes we as African American people don't go and get counseling for depression like we should. I think we tend to stay away from that. I mean,
No, I did.
yeah. You went got some counseling? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I did.
that's good. I
been
don't
told
think
to
it's
get
well, like we really should go.
I ain't going to get counseling.
See?
We'll see.
That's just me.
That's
Yeah, you're right. You. That's what I'm saying. You're 100% right.
African American people don't like to go get counseling. They think they don't need counseling.
I don't need no shrink.
Exactly. I don't need no strength. I don't need this. But I think we've all had depression at one time.
Hey Dion, big shout out to Dion. Thank you for tuning in. She said, I'm suffering right now. I would never take my life, but I have wished that God takes it.
Yeah.
That's deep, Dion.
And I think she needs to talk to someone. She needs to find that person and go talk to him.
And see, that's the thing. It's like when you want to talk to you can talk to a friend, but I think sometimes you worry in the back of the head, oh man, if I tell him, is he gonna go tell so and so?
Exactly.
Or he gonna go tell so?
Not even so much, or either, or just like,
or is
he gonna take me serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What does that person think about me?
Yeah.
Like. You know, I mean, because everybody have weird kind of relationship with your friends, and sometimes you joke a lot, and then you be like, man, you never know. But I don't think at any given time should a depression conversation ever lead or end with a joke. Now I know. Then again, it probably can't end with a slight joke to try to break the ice, to try to get you to come up a little bit,
right.
But like I go through depression. Like people don't know I go through depression a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was like alcoholism. Like I had got into it with Scope before about like alcoholism. Like I was like Scope was like I didn't know you was an alcoholic. I was like, dude, I was an alcoholic.
And then I got upset because I'm like, why didn't I know that? You feel me? I was real upset with Mike because I'm like, damn dog, I know you 20 plus years and never knew that he had been through that.
Right. Man Kerwin says he thinks that the root of it is people don't address it. Their issues head on. Some people's issues go way back to their childhood. Something might happen in their childhood.
Yeah, you're right.
That they're holding in.
You
have to address the issues. You have to address them head on before they address you.
Yeah, because I mean I can't speak for everybody's life, and trust me, but everything that I'm speaking on, I'm only speaking on for myself because we all have that black mark that happened in your childhood. You have that black mark that happened in your childhood that you never really want to discuss or talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I lost my mom on Thanksgiving. I was 9. Then I lost my dad right before I graduated high school. Yeah. So all the stuff that I've been through, during that time, I just felt and always will feel, and I still feel that way, that whatever God throw at me, I'm built for this shit. Yeah. Right. That's how I'm always going to feel.
Right. And that's how a lot of African American men feel. They can handle it. They can handle it. But, sometimes that stuff just builds up on you so much. Then,
it does.
I always say this. A sponge can only hold so much water.
Right.
Eventually, it's going to come to
It's going to start leaking out.
It's going to start. It can only hold so much. And we as human beings can only hold so much.
Right.
It's going to affect us some type of way.
Yeah, that's way true. And I mean, I'm quite sure everybody. Like I said, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Do you? I didn't feel as though that I had nobody to talk to about depression or I being an alcoholic at the time, because you would never know I was an alcoholic.
Right.
Because we was always drinking.
We was always drinking.
Well, that's my.
What do alcoholic do?
Drink.
What do he do? Crash cars.
Yeah.
What do he do? No, I crash cars.
I've been in the car with him. He swerved a couple times.
Crashed the car.
He'd be like, I'm good.
I left out my house to go take the trash out. Yeah. And ended up knocking out the pole in Southeast.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I've crashed cars. I have had DUIs.
And see,
everything. When you look back on it, like you was a real life alcoholic for real.
Yeah.
But you, looking at me, you would never know. I carried it well. Depression.
Most people do hide their addiction.
Like the depression, I've carried that well. I was depressed most recently. You know what I'm saying? Just like
people live it.
Yeah, just like overwhelmed. When my son got incarcerated, I went through a depression stage. Like, like in the closet. Like, and then I would never let nobody see, because I cannot allow people to see me that way, because
that's your most vulnerable moment.
That's my vulnerable moment. Yeah. I cannot allow you to see me vulnerable, because I'm your rock.
Yeah,
I'm there for you.
Right.
So I don't allow people to see me in that state. Is that right? It's probably not, because like CJ said, it's. When you get to a certain point, but again, y'all would never have known that.
You have to have somebody to
talk to.
You
would never know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm in IHOP on Sunday morning, y'all. Right. Let's go. Right. Let's get it. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Yeah. Like, I just feel I always felt, because I felt everything that's being done or needs to be done is my responsibility. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happiness is my responsibility. So I always felt that way and feel that way.
That's a lot of pressure.
So when I go through my joint, I'd be like, I just deal with it on my own. Like I just can't. I can't see. It's like I can't let nobody see my armor crack for some reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Dion says I've exhausted my insurance and spiritual counseling. It helps, but I'm praying day and night because I'm overwhelmed. They say God gives His strongest soldiers the toughest battles. Yep. He must think I'm strong as F.
Yeah.
Hey, Dion, you.
Hey.
I mean,
Dion, also God helps those who help themselves. So sometimes you need to get help so He can continue to help you.
and you need to take the advice that people give you and understand something. Everything can't work on its own. Everything got to have a plan. You got to create the plan and make it work for you.
I want to say something because that, Dion is, prayer works.
We all hold up. She said,
shall
"Please
pray
say,
for you."
She said, "Please say a prayer for me. I need some strength to endure these trying times." Always, always prayers always out there. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I really would like, because me and Dion are friends. We've been friends forever. I do know her personally. We're friends on Facebook. One thing that I really appreciate about the fact that what she don't do, she don't put it on Facebook. She don't post. She don't put her. Oh, I'm going through this on Facebook, and I do not like that.
That's looking for the wrong type of help.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Social media is
not like Sko said, we all from Mike's Corner. We always gonna pray for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime. But you said you wanted to say something, Sean?
Just keep continue to pray, because just like she said, she would never take her life, and she would like God to take it. But the thing is, you got to think about it. Even though you're going through what you're going through, think about the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Because what you do affects everybody else.
Yeah, and it's
pretty much like it's like a domino effect. Even though you're going through something that hard and you feel as though that you ready to give it all up, just take time out to call somebody and just have a little talk with them. And it might not be somebody that you really want to talk to every day. Call somebody that's a friend of yours, but you might not have really got that intimate with them in the conversation, and they can probably bring something out and make you change your mind. So, never think about going out the easy way as far as killing yourself or even asking God to do that, because we never ask God why, and we never ask Him to do certain things.
Well, my thought process is change on that.
You can God.
My thought process changed on that. I feel though you can ask God why.
Yeah, I mean you can,
but you might not like the answer you get.
Right.
But I'm in time it will reveal why it was done.
Right. And
like she said earlier, God give us toughest battles to a stronger soldiers. You put this in front of me because He feel that I can handle that shit on my shoulder. Trevor said, even now, which Trevor's my son, he said, even now I still feel uncomfortable talking about his depression. Like you said, I just keep it in my brain, and sometimes I can feel my brain extremely overwhelmed because of depression. And again, like y'all say it's not good. But have y'all ever felt as though, have y'all ever been in that point or that state?
Oh, I've been there many times. I felt like I couldn't talk to close friends because I feel like, like you said, the judgments might come.
Right.
Some people might not take it seriously. So there's those things. But I guess my question to y'all is, would you feel better talking about that with a stranger or with a friend? Which one is the better,
For me personally, when I was going through depression, because it was basically I was overwhelmed with financial aspects, family aspects, just a whole lot of things. So I just felt that really that I just didn't give a damn. Nobody care less what I'm here or not.
Right.
And it actually took a friend who is a therapist.
Okay.
That saw the signs of me.
Saw the signs. See,
yeah.
That's the thing too.
And but they did a different avenue as far as to get me to talk. Just took me out.
Okay. So that's how you got to talk to.
And that's how I got to talk to the person.
Right. So
the therapist. So it was just like a different type of atmosphere. But I was able to talk about it. I mean, because the thing was, I remember like it was yesterday. I was at Huntington Metro Station, waiting on the train to come up. And the police pulled me back because he saw me out about to jump.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. So,
Trevor says he asked the preacher for advice though, and his response was, "Pray for purpose, pray for what your fulfillment is in life." And back to your question about talking to people, I feel this way about in talking. I feel this way about mentors too. I would feel comfortable talking to a person that's been through it,
right,
more so than a person that just went to school for it.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you probably can attest to this, CJ. It's like when kids in the hood, they need kids in the hood. I always say they need mentors, but you can't bring me somebody from Harvard that got masters in therapy.
Right.
And I'm sitting here, and I've been living in the same hood. And you said it's my hood right here.
Exactly.
And I'm like, Youngin, where was you at when it was my hood?
Right.
So what we got common? This same hood is staying here.
Right.
And I was able to come out. See, I feel as though if you talk to someone that been through it, it may be, that's just for me. This is for how I feel.
But they'll understand it better.
They're gonna understand me better that go through it.
I think that goes with anything. That's just like not to change the subject, but when Senator McCain just passed, everybody gave so much respect to him because he's been in the trenches.
Right.
He was he was a war veteran.
Right.
He was a prisoner of war for 5 years. He's been in the trenches, so for him to know, and if he's giving orders as maybe a general or whatever, they can say, okay, I'll follow him because he's been through.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus somebody that's just got there because they just climbed the ranks another way.
Right. They took a test.
Yeah, exactly.
So even when you go talk about religion, when you talk about Jesus was born in a manger. He was born hypothetically in the hood.
He was a carpenter.
Right.
He was born
He
in
worked.
the hood.
He was a carpenter.
So he
all
knew
that.
how the people were
he know how they
in the
felt.
hood
Yes.
to come up. So yes, I think I agree that if you ain't been there, you really don't know. Like the man said, you ain't from here.
What are you doing here? Who are you to tell me?
Exactly.
My cousin says she tried to stay active, pray, and surround herself around positivity at all times, still dealing with it all. And since it's coming up on a year since her granddad has been gone, it's a must for her. Depression, anxiety, etc. is no joke.
Whew. And that's the biggest thing for me. I have a hard time dealing with loss because I've only lost 2 major people in my life, and that's my grandfather back in '96 and my grandmother on my father's side last year. And I kind of say it still hasn't even hit me that she's gone, you know? I drive by the house, I'm like, she's not dead, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard. Dealing with loss is my biggest issue, you know what I'm saying? And it can send you into spiraling out of control because you don't feel like you can talk to anybody about what you're going through.
Right.
And a lot of depression couldn't come from family. If it's passing, someone passing away, or just issues
within the family. Most of the
What's
time,
up,
issues within the family.
Exactly. Just issues in the family can cause depression.
Look at Kanye West. As genius as this guy mentally is, I mean, he's a genius in what he does. I really believe that the loss of his mom really sent him
that
in a spiral
on a different path. You know what I'm saying?
And he had a lot of resentment for a lot of people.
It's very visual with him. You can see it. You know, so it's like he deals with it the way he deals with it. Now, is it right? No. But you got, no matter how much money you have, doesn't matter. Right. You can lose it today or tomorrow, but your mental is all you have within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to deal with that every day. Deal with your loss of your mom. You got to deal with not being with them. You know what I'm saying? But then you got to take medication. You know what I mean? It's you shouldn't have to do that. But with him, I can understand taking some medication, but not as much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to put yourself...
you're a zombie.
Yeah. Right.
Because no matter, like, even when you do that to relieve yourself from it, after you come down, you're still with the same situation.
So I guess my next question would be, how do you see the signs? Like us 5 sitting here.
Right.
I've known this man 20 plus years. No him for a long time. How do you see the signs?
You gotta pay attention.
You can pay attention to the old time in the world. You never know.
Exactly. You can pay attention, man. I pay attention to Mike, like I told you. I never knew.
Right. If that person really don't want you to know, it's going to be hard.
Right. You never had idea that I went through depression.
Right. Never idea. No. Never knew he had a drinking problem.
They can hardly cover it.
Right. You can hide it.
You would be surprised what people are going through. People that you talk to every day that you're like, oh man, they're always so happy.
Right. Exactly.
That's that facade.
And then it's like, okay, but what if you want to lend a hand, but you can't help them because see they'll reject you if you come in and try to pressure them into telling you what's going on. It's kind of hard. So like you said, the friend that you had that took you out, put you in a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
See,
And that person has to be willing to open up too.
Joseph said
that too. You gotta want to help.
He said agree wholeheartedly about Kanye. He said I don't feel like he's truly dealt with the loss of his mother because he's in the spotlight, and a lot of celebrities don't take enough time away from it to grieve. Dion said, I don't care who thinks what. I reach out to people who I feel genuinely have my best interests and real love for me. I welcome constructive criticism. However, I don't even entertain hateful, fake family and friends who don't respect or understand my struggles. That's so true. That's true. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and touch on the rest of this conversation. Then we're going to get into the NFL. We still got some more dealings with this conversation to get out, so we'll be right back.
Are you hungry like I am? Let me tell you what you should do. You should head right on over to DC's first IHOP located at 1523 Alabama Avenue Southeast, Washington, D.C. It's the first Black-owned and operated IHOP in D.C. At IHOP, they want you to think of their table as your family's table. Create new memories and enjoy the food you love with the people you love, and they will take care of the cooking. We promise you that Renata and her team will take real good care of you. They are open Sunday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and open 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. So stop by and let them know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you, and guess what? You just might get a discount.
Hey, looking to purchase a new home? I got the real estate agent just for you. Check out Ms. Sakina Kingwood, Realtor and CSR with Exit Landmark Realty in Clinton, Maryland. She lists and sells homes in Maryland and Washington, D.C., specializing in Southern Prince George's County and Northern Charles County, Maryland. New home sales, move-up buyers, and first-time home buyers are her specialty. To discuss your real estate needs, call or text Sakina Kingwood at 240-375-4790. Let her know that Mike's Corner or Let's Be Clear sent you.
What you thought it was, nigga? Shit, it's family over everything, nigga. Shit, if money ain't in the bank, damn sure it's in the bag. Y'all niggas ain't fucking with us, nigga. We gonna keep it how we do it, you know.
Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. What's the mission? Get that work and find a kitchen. Listen, you can find me in that laboratory, steady mixing like you do that lean with the soda. Haze in the grape swisher, that's a fruit roller. Chevy nigga, but fuck with that GT Cobra. Fox body, hopping out no socks with the loafers. Badge of honor from loyalty, certified soldier. I say, hold up, we gon' roll up, pockets roll up. Get to know us like the fuse, I'm about to blow up. You go harder, gotta show us. Shorty bopping, we ain't stopping. Hey, it's money over rollers, yeah. Chase a bag, hating niggas, just promoters, yeah. If I was you looking at me, I wouldn't cross them. I'd be cool and pass the message to them niggas in your section. Flexing like we won't toss them. Beat the brake dust off them. I just chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. You better not be in line when it's feeding time. Cause me and mine gon' be ripping through your carcass. I'm trying to see where your heart is. I'm officially the hardest. That's official. SK, position like a marksman. Ready for war, I got 'em slipping in the darkness. Back against the ropes, go harder, don't go. I learned that in 94, seen the income level low. Niggas beefing toe to toe, we was scraping every penny, now I know. All that pride go out the window when you broke, yeah. I'm out that window with a scope, aiming for that bag, where that money, yeah. It's the KID, took my crown, placed it on the throne, had to save my seat. Whoa, it ain't no game, so don't play with me. No, in my zone, that's the place to be. Behind the wheel, chasing the bag, trying to get from A to B. Ready to ride and provide, that's how I'm trained to be. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Rags to riches, that's the way of life in these conditions. Chase a bag, chase it, I'ma get it. Catching up that money fast, push it to the limit. Hey, I'ma get it. In these conditions. Hey, I'ma get it. To the limit.
Welcome back.
Got a question on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he just texted me. Yes. Does depression lead to health issues? And I said, yeah, because of so much stress.
Yes.
And that's why the topic was depression and stress. And
stress eating.
Yeah, that's when it goes.
That's hand in hand.
Yeah, it's hand in hand. Like, because do you feel as though the depression is a lot of people might, like I said, because a lot of people. I was kind of confused about it at first. I'm thinking that depression just led to always want to kill yourself.
Sitting somewhere in a corner.
You always want to kill yourself. I'm gonna kill myself. Nope. I'm depressed. Then you realize you go through it, and then it's like, then you start thinking about the depression, and wait a minute, I might not be depressed. I could be just stressed out. So it could be either or. So I think it go hand in hand, and it does lead to it.
It's Kirby.
And this is
From Kirby.
okay. He said the medication thing. What's the difference from companies making money off you by putting you on medication from using drugs and alcohol? We have to be careful with the whole medication thing because I see a lot of us being diagnosed with mental issues when depression could only be a level of where someone you just need someone else to talk to, and that goes back to what I'm saying. Like as we talking about a therapist or a doctor or something like that. Like I want to talk to somebody. I would rather talk to somebody that's been through it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had that understanding because I mean. I don't know. I'm kind of oblivious to medicine though. Like when you got hurt or something, people take the Percocets and all that. That really do nothing for me for some reason.
Right. Nah,
so I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want medicine anyway.
I would go to like alcoholics. Go to AA meetings.
Dion said, "Hold
like
up."
That.
She said, "Everybody at her job thinks that she's happy. They call her Miss Sunshine." She said, "Thank you guys for allowing me to release a little of my pressure. I appreciate the encouragement." Oh, you very much welcome, Dion.
Very much.
Exactly.
But I will say this, Dion. Speak life.
She said, "God bless each of you and Mike. I'm so proud of you and your endeavors. Reach for the stars." Thank you, Dion.
Yeah. Hey, Dion, we all want to reach for the stars, Dion.
We all do.
I mean,
we ain't trying to get you stressed out, Sean.
We're gonna shoot for the moon. And
If we miss, we'll be among the stars.
Exactly.
We will, man.
There you go.
But yeah, I totally agree. But no one really answered the question yet. Do you have somebody that you feel as though that you can say that you can just call and say, "Man, I'm down."
I do,
I can call
but I've
either one
been
of y'all.
judged for it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
But then you don't. If you feel as
Right,
though
if
you
that
say
person
no, if you
no,
judge
not
it.
from that person. No.
Oh,
no,
I was going to
no.
say, nah, bro,
And
you
that,
don't.
For me, it's my mom. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes
Nah, can't count that. Mama gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
So you can't count that.
No,
because
You asked me, do you feel like it's the one?
No,
person?
I understand because you know what, and the reason I left, I don't have a mom. That's why I left it out.
understand.
So
Okay.
I think
Right.
mom,
Right, she
that's
gonna be there.
your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got you didn't have a straight
spouse then.
but see, this is the thing though.
spouse gonna be there.
I
I want because sometimes you might not want to go to your spouse.
Right.
I want to know if you got somebody.
That you know will be
Because we were talking about friends.
Right. Friends.
Our conversation
Okay.
is friends.
Right.
Like, do you have that person to say, "Hey, man"?
But see, that's the thing, Sco, and your mom is your everything.
Cedric
You know
say,
what I'm saying?
Cedric say, "Yep." I mean,
But-
I'm sorry, Cedric. Cedric say, "Yep."
If that day happens,
Hey, Kern.
when you lose
You know,
your-
Kern watching.
Okay.
Shout out to Kern. You know, Sean White. Y'all know Kern watching. In case y'all wondering.
Hey, babe, what's up?
There we
man?
go. Hey!
Hey, look, and to answer your question again, there's 5 turkey wings left in the fridge. But not to say it's going to happen anytime
Now,
soon.
what you were saying about the mom, though? You said.
But if your mom was to pass, do you have somebody?
Outside of my mom, honestly, I don't, and that's
But
probably
see,
why I go to her so
And
much.
what I talked about yesterday at work, and it really clicked, because it's like they always say somebody passed away, or if you had a stroke or this and that, they always say you never prepared. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, okay, well, we don't prepare. No. When something happens, when we have a stroke or something like this and that, and then you realize you take a lot of stuff for granted because a lot of things that you were doing
have that help.
every day, walking, speaking, everything that's come normal to you now is taken away from you. So then you got to figure out how to cope with, what do I do now? I got to go through physical therapy. I got to figure out how to walk again, this and that.
Speech
But
therapy.
they always say you never prepare for that. But you can also prepare for it by just living your life, but preparing yourself for a situation. So if you do fall ill or something, you got enough leave at work to take off. You know what I'm saying? You can prepare that way. Or if you feel as though you have something in your family that runs your family, like diabetes or whatever, prepare yourself with that if you do happen to fall ill to that. And you can say, well, I know if I go into a diabetic shock or something like that, I need to have this type of stuff in my, in my reach or something. You might not be that now, but always prepare. I mean, even though we take a lot of stuff for granted, but just prepare yourself for anything.
My son says, "I have no friends because we all dealing with different demons, and we all resort to things like alcohol, for example, to ease the pain."
Yeah. So a lot of people do turn to that.
Everybody
because it don't talk back. It doesn't judge you.
Right.
Things like that.
It's a temporary healing.
Exactly.
It's a temporary.
It's not. No, it's a temporary fix because it don't
It
heal you.
It
Don't heal you because no, I know what you're saying. I'm with you. No, I'm with you. No, I can't say fumble because this is a serious conversation.
Temporary
yeah,
fix.
it's a temporary fix because my mom dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when my grandfather passed away. And my mother, she turned to the bottle. But then growing up, I'm like, that was just always her. But now growing up, I know
Even
why.
more.
You know what I'm saying? And I see how it can hurt a person. But it'll fix it for right then and there. But nah, But if that's all you got to turn to, that's what people turn to.
And Carlton, we were saying that earlier that he just touching that was he's saying people are ashamed and scared to come forth that really needs help, and that's what it's speaking. This was all about is because we know that people don't want to speak up because they're ashamed or scared or something like that because they might get something backlash from them from the person they're talking to.
Yeah, because when you get to a certain point, when you get with the seriousness of it, it's like, bro, like I ain't been doing good. I have been having suicidal thoughts. Right. Man, what? Hey, Sean, you know he talking about he having suicidal thoughts?
Yes,
man, he tripping, man. He tripping.
But see, in our circle, we know who we can probably talk to.
Yeah.
That we can
take it serious.
That's going to take a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? Within your circle who you can get to. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call somebody that I'm always joking, laughing with them. You might can. You just got to know who you're talking to. Yeah, my opinion.
And it's also your delivery.
Yeah,
it's your delivery. Is if you just call and like, man, you know what? I mean, because I think the way you come on the phone going to determine your whole conversation.
Yeah.
Like, Sean, man, I really need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Or hey, man, what's going on? Man, I need to holler at you about something.
Right.
It's your delivery. So we gotta be conscious of when you dealing with that stuff. You got some papers in front of you, highlighted stuff. What your green highlights got, baby?
Don't worry about my notes, man. But like we talked last night.
Oh, they coloring.
The thing is, a lot of people deal with depression differently, and it's like a lot of entertainers. So I felt as though I said, let me go ahead and look into what they got as far as entertainment, because I can never understand why a person can appear to be doing so well in life.
And at the end of the show, real quick, at the end of the show, as I told you last night, they brought up. They had one of the actors from the show.
Right.
He said, I'm an actor of the show, XYZ. Then the next one was like, I had a friend committed suicide. He was my band member, which was the guy from Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had a friend, his Linkin Park guy, and then the next person came up was the guy's wife. And they never knew.
Wow.
So, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what, in the wake of Linkin Park frontman Chester Bennington's suicide, more and more artists in the music industry have spoken out about the need to destigmatize mental health and provide psychological support when artists need it most. Yet, little is known about the sheer magnitude of the problem, and spreading awareness is different from instigating actual change. How do we quantify the weight of mental health issues in the music industry, and more crucially, how can we move from data to action? Yeah, that's serious. Like, how could you? And again, like we were talking about Robin Williams. You would never have thought.
Never thought.
That was I think when
I
heard that
funniest
one,
man ever.
It really clicked to me because that's the only one. And I mean,
Cedric said another problem is there's a huge disconnect with people communicating nowadays, because that goes back to what Scott said a little while ago. Yeah, that's it too. But what Scott says, you really can't talk about because you think you want to be judged.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of people put it on social media. Like you can't put it on social media and then somebody comment and you mad.
That's the wrong therapist.
Let's get one thing straight. When you put your business on social media, it's not your business. It's our business, and I can comment on our business as much as I want to because now it's ours.
Right.
Because you put it out there.
Yeah, you put it out there for us to listen to what you're grieving about.
And when you put it on social media, what do you expect? You expect somebody to comment on it.
Yeah.
So if they don't comment the way you like, that's on you.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think social media stretches the word friends because they're not your friends. A lot of them aren't your friends.
Right.
So we need to categorize away as friends, associates, family, have all these different groups.
Yeah.
And those who want to see
because people don't understand. Yeah.
There you go.
Because if I'm going through a depression stage, and I'm like I'm really going through it, I might don't have nobody to talk to, and I put it on social media like, Man, I'm really thinking about killing myself. I just can't deal with life. It's too hard. I want to kill myself. Then you gonna get everybody on my page. Don't do it. You got a lot to live for. But then you got that one.
Exactly. Are you gonna jump?
Are you gonna jump? Right.
Man, shut up and kill yourself already. Why you telling us for?
Laughing emoji. What?
And but that's the one. That puts the bullet in the chamber. Yeah, that's the one that puts your knife in the heart. Yeah. That's the one that put the grease on the bottom of your shoes when you're walking on that ledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people don't. We honestly, and I would say, like you said earlier, people don't go to the doctors, to therapists, and stuff like that. But depression, stress, anxiety too is a real problem in the black community.
No doubt.
In the black community,
yes,
it is. And we, like they said in the show, that we call ourselves friends and stuff like that. But like you said, how would you know? That's why. What can we do to say or find out, like, to break a now I don't want to say break you down, but like if you have that problem, if I got that depression, or if I got that stress, or I need to say talk to somebody, like how do I detect if Sean really need that?
To be uplifted, to be not break you down. How do I know that Sean needs to be uplifted?
That's the thing. So it's like we said though, with that word friends, it's like a group of friends. I should be able to tell you, Will, what's going on with me, as well as all of them. We all need to sit at the same table. I should be able to do that. Right. In the black community, that's just not possible.
It's rare.
It's very rare. Like you said, that too.
It's rare.
A lot of it's pride.
Joseph said the entertainment industry can be one of the worst places because of ridiculous amounts of pressure people feel to succeed or make a product people like and love. That's so true. But Sco is right that you have to have, you know what I'm saying, we got to come out of that feeling. Like, you know, a lot of things that as friends that you don't agree with what your other friend do, and everybody, you get to that point where, you know what, I got to let this friend live that best life. But when I decide to tell you to go ahead and live your best life, or, you know, I'm just going to deal with you on a certain matter, that don't mean I'm turning my back on you. Right. That don't mean that when you go through something, you cannot call on me. You know what I'm saying? That's just something, like some of the stuff that you're doing is that point that, you know what, it's best for you to be great over there, bro.
Right.
It's to be great over there. But if you ever go through something, my phone never turn off. My phone will never turn off. Right. And then it goes to snooze around 10, but I got a favorites list. Right. I know my circle. Right. So it's going to disturb. That do not disturb. It goes past. It goes past that. Right. You can always get. Y'all always can get me. Dion said I have one or two friends. I wish family. You know, she said I wish family would be supportive. My spouse used to be my safety net. Now he uses the same net to strangle me. Ooh. I'm slowly dying. My health is decreasing. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me go back. Yeah, my health is decreasing. And as optimistic as I try to be, it's killing me to even smile daily. I won't quit on life, and I pray that God doesn't quit on me. I welcome your advice and comments because sometimes God uses people to deliver his messages. So I pray for the spirit of dissentment to identify one's sincerity. Trevor said, especially huge in black men, because you're taught to be tough guy in any situation since as long as we can remember. But I think we are the most humble creatures, but people don't see that because of the picture that's portrayed.
Right. And that's what I was about to say. We as black men are considered to be the strong beings, and that we can never be able to the ones that fall and fail. Never do any of that shit that's here. Because you're always going to get somebody saying, man up, man. Yeah, you crying? Is you crying?
Yeah, man up. Right.
Dude, like, you know, some people, it's a lot.
I think I cried a couple of weeks ago because I was sick and my body was hurt.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
but emotionally,
everybody has a vulnerable moment, man. Every human being out
there. I won't do it.
We're human. I mean, I'm not saying you ain't gotta do it in front of people, but you do it.
Oh no, I don't. No, Truck. No, I don't went and shut the door. Now don't get it twisted.
So, exactly. Like,
and the only reason you know that because I'm telling you, but I'm lying.
Hey, look, so we have a Mike house and he in the bathroom a little too long.
Oh no, I ain't going to the bathroom. Trust and believe.
Hey Mike,
I'm gonna go up in my closet and shut the door for a minute.
So we know this joker that went into the coat closet for a minute.
And that light off, nigga.
Hey Mike,
that light off, bro.
Can I get my coat? Can I get my coat out of the closet?
No, I ain't done yet.
Yeah.
You're not leaving right now.
But it's you know. I mean, but like I was saying earlier, when
Joe said, "A man who never cries a ticket time bomb. Sometimes you got to get out those tears." Yeah, you do. You do. You got to. You got to
bust, boy.
Yeah. Oh,
pressure
yeah.
bust pipes.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. You know, that's why you go. You get that spot in your house.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, but see,
that spot.
Like we said with Robin Williams, man, that's when it clicked for me that anybody can really go through it, because he appeared to me always to be happy, man. Always, he was always at the top of his game. Everything he touched pretty much turned to gold, and he was just that guy, that nice person. But then you never know what people deal with behind closed doors, because it's like he's an actor, so he has to act this way.
That was right after he did that part for Patches Adams, right?
Nah, he was been done a movie. This was a couple years ago. He killed himself.
I think that was right after.
I think that was his last part, his movie.
The joint with Ben Stiller, the museum joint, Night at the Museum. I think
the second part.
Yeah, I think that was his last
but
one.
Yeah, that's just a tough part about in dealing with this stress, because we all know stress causes high blood pressure. Yeah, I know that's one of the leading killers for black people as well. Right. So all that stuff goes hand in hand. But we do have to, as black men, get out our own way.
Get out.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak up for myself.
No, yeah.
That gotta get out my own way, and to you know what, and because I remember, and my son, I remember my son told me one time, like, I would never know what to do if I ever saw you broke down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that sticks with me. Like, it ain't gonna never happen then. All you doing is, you know what you're doing? All you doing is putting a bigger coat on the fire just in case, because it ain't gonna never happen, because that's how I'm built, and I'm always gonna feel that I'm built for that. I'm built for it tough, man. God put this in front of me, and if he gonna test my strength, I'm gonna test his strength back. Like you put this in front of me, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? And I do gotta get out my own way sometimes, but I do that. Yeah. But people have to understand that we do need people to talk to.
Yeah, you gotta talk.
Because depression is serious. Stress is serious. It causes high blood pressure, and at the end of the day, if like Sean said earlier, like when you sitting around, and y'all probably haven't even done this before. Like if you just sit back and look at your train of people that depends on you solely, how many lives that you really, really, really control?
Yeah, your effect. There's no doubt.
It's like, man.
Exactly.
It's you can't begin to imagine. Like if you sit back for a minute and think about how many people you take care of. Yeah. Shamia say, I've covered it up and talked less about it so much that I wouldn't even know how or what to say about it. People say to me all the time, man, I wouldn't even know if you didn't say anything. I got people I can go out to, but I choose not to. I grab the Bible and pray. Some talks aren't good talks. Dion said, y'all need to have a session about hidden talents so I can come by and bless y'all with my gift of song. She can't sing her ass off, I tell you that. But as I was saying, like, yeah, if you just sit back. Just sit back.
Outside of the family.
Outside, that's what I was going to say. You know your train. You start with your family, but then you start thinking about people outside your family.
Outside the family.
That you affect.
Right. People that, I mean, it go to your job.
Yeah, they depend on
you know what I'm saying? It go to your neighbors. If they really, really and truly care about you genuinely, you affect a whole lot of people. Because, I mean, me personally, I like to touch a whole lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to say, somebody reading my eulogy to say, well, Sean was always this type. He was always fun going. You know, I'm always going to make somebody laugh. So if I can make somebody laugh within my day, I'm cool.
But I guess my phrase of the day is pay attention. I say that because in my neighborhood, it was a guy who did the neighborhood watch. He was an older guy. He had just survived cancer, whatever the case may be. He used to drive around the neighborhood all the time in his little pickup truck. I kind of slowly but surely started noticing that he wasn't driving around. The truck was always in the driveway. Come to find out, I just found out like a month ago. This man had passed away. He was gone since February.
Wow.
Since February. And I drive
and here it is October.
Here it is October. And I didn't even know. And I felt so bad because his daughter lives right across the street. And I'm like, where was I didn't notice this, man. So it's like, pay attention. Just pay attention to the surroundings. Pay attention to your friends, their attitudes, their body movement, their body language, I should say. All that, man, because all those signs are written right on the wall, and you might not even know it.
It was a habit in your
It was a habit for me. Every day, I was like, it became routine so much that I didn't even notice that routine had stopped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
a tough
like,
pill.
man.
That's a tough pill.
And
bro.
I was
That's
like hurt
so
because I
serious.
used to talk to him every time I see him. I'm like, hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Shoot, man.
Man.
There's one guy on my corner, Larry, Dallas fan. So whenever I'm walking my dog, hey Sean, what's going? What we gonna do this year? This and that. So started seeing, a little less of Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started seeing the ambulance going past Larry's house, taking him in, taking him out, and I'm like, all right. So I'm paying attention now. So then one time I seen a whole lot of people at the house. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Larry passed away, so it's
Yeah.
like once you pay attention, you know what's really going on. So it's like you just gotta pay attention. I mean,
pay attention to your surroundings.
as much as you possibly can.
There's gonna be somebody right there reaching out to you.
He
You don't
said-
even know.
You understand?
No, but he said thanks for the invite, brother. I have to go pick my son up from practice. I like to share that I dealt with depression because of the job, but I realized that I have loved ones who needed me, and depression was not an option. Thank the brothers around the table, and I pray we continue this type of dialogue, and not just on depression, but also things that lead to depression. Peace and blessings, my brother. Yeah, that's what we're saying, and that's how we got to the point of what gets us there. Like when you look at your train of people that you got to take care of,
Right.
that's counting on you for so much, it can become overwhelming to you. And that's what led to my depression. Like, it was like, man, it was like, oh, like this has to work. This has to work. Everything that you put your foot in gotta work.
Hey, look,
And it started being overwhelming. It just being like, man. And then you just start shutting down slowly but surely, like,
this might be off topic, but we talked about it last night. All these fathers that y'all ain't being a father to y'all kids, man, y'all better reach out, because the next day's not promised, because we go through our own personal struggles, our own things that we deal with, and a lot of times the kids don't have any say-so in whatever goes on.
right.
But when it comes to that point, and then you may have some fathers out there going through depression, dealing with their baby mother or their situation, and they don't want to reach out to the kids. But one day you're gonna need them kids, and you're gonna want them there to be around that table.
Well, for me, I already categorize my kids. I categorize them already. My son, Trevor, he gonna end up making me live with him for the rest of his life. Him and Lil Mike would do that.
Yeah.
My kid might put me in a home. she put me in a good one though.
She ain't gonna deal with you.
She'll deal with me when she wants to.
Right.
But she'll put me in a good one. Deion said,
I know my son put me in home.
Deion said, I'm just sitting there right now, and I think it's time for me to think about myself, not anyone else. I can't help my children, family, siblings, and friends if I'm all messed up. That's a good thought. I wonder where you got that from, Deion.
100%.
Speak.
Yeah, I wonder
Life,
where you got that one from, Deion.
You gotta take care of yourself first before
But
you
yeah,
take anybody,
we as
anybody
people,
else.
as men, grown black men, have to understand that we got to, like Sean said, we got to start stepping up. Joe said that's real talk, and a father's absence can contribute to potential mental health issues of the kids.
More than you know, fam.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
But see that,
And I lived with my father from September the 2nd, 1988 to February 3rd, 1989. But in that, even though he was in my life, but for me to live with him on that daily basis, I picked
Felt
up
good.
so much
Yeah.
in that little bit of time, and it plays a part in the person I'm. I ain't perfect, but it plays a part in who I am today, and standing up in times of needing to be stand up. So,
and if it's not your biological father, if you all do have a male figure in your life, reach out to him, man, and then because that person, you don't have to be blood to be family.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the people that are not your blood can actually be better than your real blood.
Your family.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they will genuinely care about you as if they were blood. So if it's anybody out there need to reach out to anybody, reach out to them, because you don't want to look at it and be like, well, damn,
right,
I don't have nobody to talk to. You always got somebody to talk to. You got probably about 200 people in your phone.
yeah, of course. You got to have that. You got to have that understanding, man. So
any of my friends, if any of y'all got my number, and we are truly friends,
my phone is always
you know
on.
what I'm saying? Call me. Because, I do make you laugh, I do have fun, but I
Just
do have a
call
serious side.
on me, brother.
And I will let you know.
when you need a hand.
Oh, wow.
We all need somebody to lead. Y'all know that y'all had to come.
Have a problem that you
Hey, Slim, y'all
understand.
know that had to come up,
No,
Slim.
everybody, we got to sing. Everybody needs to sing this song, man. Come on. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Ain't nobody got to sing all that, bro.
the whole song.
You gonna sing the damn verse.
Nah, come on, man. Nah.
We all need
bro.
somebody.
We did enough of this.
Lean on me.
Dion said, that's right. The Father is the foundation. Joseph said, blood thicker than water. Only in certain cases you need water to live. You learn that in the basics, Styles P. And Dion said, yeah, to lean on. But that was like a situation that I wanted to talk about to make sure that we have a better understanding of us and understand, like, if something's going on with one of us, even at this table and beyond. Like, when you come into even us, when we come into a conversation where it is serious, y'all know we play too goddamn much. That's for one.
Right.
Yeah. We do. We play too goddamn much, and everything is not to be made a joke, but it's how you come in it. And before we go into the NFL, like we had an argument last night. Sko know about it. In a real bad argument on our group chat. Friend of ours, he's a firefighter. He put in our chat group about this.
Black police.
I'm quite sure y'all seen it on Facebook. Or CJ might have seen it when the female black cop, New York cop, locked up the white guy, and he just kept saying nigga. Right. Remember?
Yeah.
So, man, chick thought it was funny, and we was like, that's not funny.
It's not funny.
Right.
And my other friend of ours named Keith was in the group. He was like, man, that's not funny because X, Y, Z, yada yada yada.
Right.
And I was like, man, that's not funny because it could be one of us. And he was like, man, I'm laughing because of the ignorance, whatever. I said, nah, you still can't laugh at that. So Keith was being positive about it, saying, like, you can't, that's our people. Like, people, that's why we all looked upon the way we looked upon. Right. And I said, what if that was you saying that on them back roads? Right. What you think would have happened to your ass? You know what I'm saying? He was like, so he got to the point. See, he might not have known that Keith used to live down the harbor. But he moved.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got racially profiled like 3 times. Right.
And
so it was a touching situation for him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It got so bad that Keith was like just effing and left the group.
Right. He left the whole group.
He said, you know what I'm saying?
That's how much he was upset.
He left the whole chat group. He left the whole chat group. But what you don't know is he texted me. Okay. And he was like, Mike, I'm gonna read his text word for word because he texted me right after the joint and he said, man, I'm going to be 40 next year. I mess with the group, but it comes to a point when you have to be about growth and uplifting one another. The group tends to feed on negativity and belittling one another, and I'm not on that. Also, don't have the time or energy to talk to a grown-ass man about being socially aware of their action and words. Yeah. He said, Mike, I mess with you hard, and that will never change. I love the man that you are and the man that you're becoming, man. He said, let's keep in touch. And I'm like...
I mean, that's real. That's real. And
yeah, he said honestly, I can deal. He said honestly, I can deal with the negativity, but at this juncture in my life, it's hard to deal with ignorance. One can choose to limit themselves to where they came from. I choose to grow and evolve from where they came from. We all have choices.
That's true.
Trevor said, I appreciate the topic, fellas. It's always good to vent and get things off your chest.
Yeah,
boy, because I will give you a phone call. Daddy knows, son.
Yeah, my biggest thing with that last night was Chick said his reason was because it ain't never happened to him. And I was like...
He said the word nigga is used in corporate America. We use it all day, but it's used... He said, but it's used in corporate America. I said, even if it is, in this situation right here, I commend the officer.
Right.
Because all she did was just sit there.
She just stood there.
But you were wrong.
Where was that?
Because you said, why is he directing that towards the Asians or the Hispanics? That shouldn't have been said neither, because it shouldn't have been. I know what she was trying to get at. I know what she was trying to get at, but it shouldn't have been directed at anybody.
Right. No, not at all.
Yeah, because it could have. But you got to look at beyond, because it could have been directed at her because she probably was the one that arrested him. Now, one of the Asians or the Hispanics arrested could have been at them too. But I understand what you were saying because that was the one that was pushed out there. Like we as black people, like if you go look at the like I said, the Rosa Parks joint. Behind the movement, like today, we already discussed this before. Black people ain't gonna stand together at all.
Yeah, but
if it ain't gonna benefit me right now, I ain't got time for it.
Even more ignorance though. I don't know if this was yesterday or was recently. Their video came out with Trump addressing a lady reporter. He chose look. She's shocked. I chose her.
Right.
She's shocked.
She probably ain't thinking about.
She said, "Huh?"
Well, he told one of them. Excuse me. He told one of them, you had too much. I'm not answering no more questions.
See, and he's still doing that, but he was voted into that high stature.
And then Saturday Night Live banned Kanye.
Yeah.
Because he lied on him. He said they was bullying him backstage, talking about he couldn't wear the hat. Right. They was like, we never said that. You can wear whatever you want to wear. Exactly. But when you start lying about it, that's all we do is make jokes about this. So if you want to do that,
disconnect, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, but I mean, we all going in, especially when
that's why I say something's wrong with him, buddy. Something's wrong.
When our nation's leader does stuff like that, something's wrong.
But see,
y'all ain't see what Swiss Beats fired him up.
Yeah, T.I. did too.
T.I. fired him from the beginning, but the song is vicious though. I give him that.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Kanye and T.I. joint. But like verbally when they converse, he fired him up. Snoop I didn't see the Snoop part yet. Oh yeah, nah. Snoop said F him too.
Yeah.
Swiss Beats was
Beats got him.
Fired him up on his Instagram joint. So yeah,
ain't on the radio.
But see,
then you get him the headline with Childish Gambino on that shit Coachella. Like this, enough of the shenanigans, man.
But see, he needs more help. He needs real help for real. Because what he's getting right now, he's not doing it. And I'm only gonna give him a pass because we know he hasn't really mourned his mom passing, and that's what pushed him on this side of the road.
How long though?
But that's what I'm saying. But how long?
The first he came when he went on TMZ and said slavery was a choice.
Right.
Then he tried to come back and say he didn't know the magnitude of it, and he's sorry this and that.
Yeah, I'm not condoning that.
Then you come right back with the MAGA hat. Come on, bro.
I'm not condoning that, but it's like now.
But like he said, he's spiraling out of control. But you're saying it like there's a limit on the spiral.
Right.
There's no limit on it.
Until somebody actually pulls him completely out of it. Right now, okay, your mother passed. We dealt with that for the first couple of years, but now, Slim, you going way left.
Yeah, man. I know, but I think somebody from the rap community or a close friend somewhere, a cousin or something, because he was just recently on Family Feud, so he has family, he has cousins and things like that. Kanye, it was the West family versus the Kardashians. So he has family. I saw family members on the thing with him. So somebody needs to reel him in, man.
But
just really like.
But the family he has, they're working for him.
Right. He's the matriarch. Right. He's the leader.
Right. So is he just?
They don't want to piss him off.
They're just yes man.
Exactly.
They're just yes man.
Yeah, it's like
a paycheck from them.
But you can't reel him in because you're like, that's my boss.
Well, it was great topics, great everything. We didn't even go to commercial. We can go straight into the NFL, man. We done completed the first quarter of NFL.
Yes.
Of course, we got the Cowboys fans.
Back lit, fellas.
Got the Cowboy fans here and the Redskin fan here.
Yeah.
And the Redskins who are sitting in first place right now. They're 2-1.
Only one Redskin fan here, so we said Redskins.
I don't know what makes them first place.
They 2-1.
Agree with it, but it is.
They 2-1.
I don't agree with it. Y'all ain't got no division wins.
You have.
But they're winning. It don't go by division wins first. It go by winning percentage.
So the playoffs start today.
So you have a right to your opinion.
I'm asking you, if the playoffs start today, who's going?
Redskins.
Why?
Because their winning percentage is better.
Exactly.
Their winning percentage.
But they don't have no. That's about. But you got to win the division to go to the playoffs.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
It don't go by divisions first. You can go. You can be better than me in a division, but if my overall record is better than you first, it goes by your record first.
Well, I mean, I know that part, but
then if we tied, if our record is tied,
they play less and they don't have enough.
But right now, their winning percentage is 667. The Cowboys are 500.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if they come out the gates next Monday night and they beat the Saints,
they're not.
Let me finish. If they beat New Orleans,
look at CJ.
If they beat New Orleans,
I'm gonna say it right now, CJ. They set y'all up. Let me tell you why they set y'all up. Drew Brees had a horrible display Sunday against the Giants. He is 201 yards away from breaking the record, Peyton Manning's all-time record.
So why are they set
up?
He is going to. How we get set up? Because
there's a Monday night stage. We all know the Skins never really show up on a big platform. We know that.
Ding.
That's what y'all were blaming Kirk Cousins for. So now you have
Drew Brees at home.
And Drew Brees is at home.
Ding.
On Monday night. In a dome, inside.
And if you come out and beat, they come out and beat them though.
Trouble. They set y'all up for that.
But look, I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of problem.
Mind you, this is the same.
That's why they play the game.
But no, this is the same Drew Brees that came back from 17 down in 2 minutes last year against you.
But listen to what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if they come out in the box and beat New Orleans on Monday night,
come on, man.
Can I finish? The Skins is gonna be something to be talked about.
Why?
Then it came back off and beat.
You can't lose to the Colts and come back and beat the Saints and think you can be talked about.
They just beat Green
Bay. Exactly. They just beat Green Bay. At home.
We lost to an injured Aaron Rodgers.
What can they do on the road?
I'm about to say the same thing.
We lost to an injured Aaron Rodgers.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
What can we do? I mean,
no. What can we do? Nothing.
What?
If they come out the box and beat New Orleans next week,
what can they do on the road is my question, though.
What's up, Ma? How you doing,
they
Ma?
got something to talk about because they be talking about them now.
So
even on the back.
If they win Monday night,
okay.
What? So you're trying to say they're not a contender?
I know they won't know.
He's just.
It's not.
I'm not a Redskin fan.
I know you're not, and I appreciate it. Just gotta bring some reality to this man. He's like a.
Are y'all averaging 350, 350 yards?
Listen.
I'm asking.
Listen. That's if the Redskins can win 10 games in a row, and you still say they're not a contenders.
They're not, because I remember one year y'all went 7-0 and they ain't make the playoffs.
You just made my point.
Y'all went 7-0 and they ain't make the playoffs. Do you remember that?
I just said they
we're not even talking about that. We talking about right now.
I'm just saying.
They not contenders.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna say I don't have faith in them.
I understand.
I didn't think they was gonna beat Green Bay.
Right? Nobody.
I
said they won't go beat
Actually,
Green
I
Bay.
did. You know why? Aaron Rodgers was on one leg.
Trevor say score a hater. CJ says Dallas and the Redskins the only teams in the NFL. Joseph said we're gonna see how that top 5 that defense is against Drew Brees. CJ gonna say new show. CJ, wait a minute, you from New York, so I'm quite sure you really might not want to talk football.
Yeah, he don't want to talk about it.
And not just that. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Cedric is a Jets fan too.
They both Jersey boys.
I think Cedric's a Jets fan, so he really ain't feeling none of the NFL.
He got his bags packed.
Sam Donald had one good game.
Eli better have his
my
bags
thing is
packed.
right now until I see something different from the Redskins, they rounding off.
They the same.
Nah, they number one in the division. I can't say nothing bad about them.
Nah, man, I'm not going by that with a bye week in place, man. Come on, man.
Let's see what happens Monday.
Come on, man.
Look, I just want.
He ain't gonna say he sure is a Jets fan. Trevor said he think they're gonna win Monday night.
They a good team. I just don't.
Who a good team?
I mean, they a good team. I just think the
Who's a
coaching
good
staff
team?
and all that. I mean, the games they got right.
Okay, so we ain't even talking about the damn coaching. We talking about. I mean, understand it's a part of the team, but damn, we talking about the people on the field.
I'm just saying they don't show up on big stages. That's what I'm trying to say.
I didn't
that's
say
why
they
they
were.
set up.
All
They also didn't have Alex Smith as their quarterback on big stages neither.
That's true too. That's true
We'll
too.
see what
So
happens on Monday.
we shall see.
So if they win Monday night, I swear to goodness,
You think everybody gonna be talking about them?
they're gonna be something to be talked about.
Yeah.
Why?
They just beat Aaron Rodgers.
No, the reason they're talking about is the reason you just said. They don't show up in big games.
Right.
They're going against Drew Brees on a record-setting night.
Right.
And if they
spoil that, he can set the record, and they beat him. It's not a good night for
The
Drew
thing
Brees.
is, that's the thing though. But with New Orleans, everybody knows New Orleans doesn't have a good defense. So when we say that, they just had a shootout the other week, didn't they? I'm just saying.
CJ gonna say, first of all, I'm a New York fan. I've seen all my New York teams except the Knicks and the Jets.
So you looking
okay.
For a way
I'm
out now?
not
looking for a way out now.
I'm not looking for a way out. I'm just telling you that they're not gonna praise y'all as much until you beat a big name team.
And so
Green Bay's not a big name team.
Green Bay's not
their
a big
defense
team.
is on the top right. No.
Are they a big name
Okay,
team?
let me rephrase it. A top 5 defense. If they beat a top 5 defense,
that's not what we saying. Are they a big name team?
No, they're
Is
not.
Green? Get the hell out of here.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. If the Redskins beat Kansas City, would that be a big name?
Oh yeah, they because
Kansas City don't have a big name defense.
Their defense stinks.
They defense the last in the
NFL.
NFL.
Okay, let me do it this way. If they beat somebody like the Rams, Bears, or Jacksonville,
I would say so. They beat Jacksonville.
Hey
so
Sheila.
If they beat Jacksonville defense, then hats off, because that's hard to do.
Joe said whole time Alex Smith can beat and has beaten Drew Brees in a head-to-head matchup. So pause.
I'm tuning in, damn it.
Drew Brees going for the record, y'all. He going for the record, and he gonna get it early.
I support Drew Brees, but if he get it, he get it. All I'm saying,
especially coming off a bad performance in New York. He definitely ain't going for that next thing.
Doesn't mean we're gonna win the game though. Because he get a record, doesn't mean he's gonna win the game.
Oh,
that could be true too.
That's gonna put a damper on breaking the record. So you know you gotta win it.
And
Mark Ingram coming back.
So
hold up,
Mark Ingram coming back Monday night. So that running game is gonna get that more potent.
Okay.
But okay.
We'll see Monday.
CJ can say the Jets suck. But one of the big the things coming out of the NFL for the first quarter is, of course, y'all know Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, which got away with one last night.
Number one.
He got away with one.
No, he earned that.
No, he didn't.
He earned it.
Actually, he didn't.
He earned it.
They hooked him. 37. Delay a game. Didn't call it. They let the play go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
It would have made it 30.
What about that potential sack that he Left.
That was
but that was a third down.
Yeah, he got the first.
And he got out of it.
But after that, it was a 3rd and 7. Delay a game under 2 minutes. It put him at 3rd and 12.
That should have been a call.
Okay, so we want to talk about robberies. The biggest robbery of the weekend is Cleveland.
That was the first
got robbed.
Actually,
2 different possessions.
It wasn't because if y'all
what?
Let me tell you, if you saw ESPN, did you see it today?
I saw it.
No, I didn't see it.
Did y'all see the angles? At every
you don't think he got it?
At every different angle they showed you, Carlos Hyde did not get to that line.
What about the scuba score that they stole from them? That Derek Carr, what's his name? Derek Carr. Fumble. That was a fumble. You can't call a man down. He ain't even hit the ground yet. You can't call a man in the grass.
No, they're trying to, because they're trying to cut down on this.
Mike, you watch football.
They trying to cut down on the hits.
The ball was out before he even hit the back of his own man. The ball was out. And it was scoop and score, and they took it from them. You forgot about the fumble?
Which fumble?
Derek Carr fumbled when they tackled him from the back. He didn't even hit the ground yet. The ball popped out as soon as he got hit.
Yeah.
And they called him down. It was highway robbery. Everybody saw that. It was a fumble clearly. The ball popped this way.
Hey, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to say it right now. Cleveland's going to be the Cinderella team this year.
I think so.
What?
Cleveland will make the playoffs this year.
To do what?
I mean, to do better than what they've been doing.
They already, first of all, they already did better than they did. They got scored. They won a game.
They beat Pittsburgh.
So
they beat Pittsburgh.
I got them going to the playoffs. I got them going to the playoffs.
What playoffs? What are we talking about?
They are going to playoffs,
There's
Mike.
more.
I think they won the division this year.
What division?
Well, actually, Cincinnati's going to win it.
You talking about the division that
the AFC North? I'm talking about the AFC.
So they're going to beat Cincinnati and Baltimore?
Well, they ain't faced Baltimore yet, but they always have good.
They face Baltimore on Sunday. It's coming this Sunday.
Okay. They got a good.
I think Cleveland might beat them.
Okay.
Cleveland got a good. They got a good team.
So let me get this straight though. So we thinking that Cleveland's going to the playoffs?
I think so.
I'm saying
he said the Cinderella team. I really think
they're
so.
going to the playoffs.
I think they get a wild card berth. They get a wild card.
So I think Jacksonville going back.
I think it's
Jacksonville.
Oh, they're definitely going to playoffs.
Joe will say.
What playoffs?
What playoffs?
NFL
CJ will say Rams and Kansas City are the front runners. Big game, Jacksonville and Kansas City is this week.
What Kansas City do last year?
Kansas City, AFC.
What did they do last year?
What?
Got to the playoffs, and that was it.
Stunk it up.
Who?
Stunk it up.
Kansas City.
Yeah. Well,
they started off hot and they cooled the hell off.
That was without Mahomes at the helm.
Yeah, but I mean,
Trevor gonna say that's a stretch, Sean. No way they making the playoffs.
Hey, Trevor, you know you're my man now, but I'm giving it to him.
I think they do it.
I think they're gonna.
So that's one of the big topics that, of course, Kansas City is where they playing. It's good to see the young fella doing good,
dude.
But hey,
with a bad defense,
with the worst defense.
Yeah, the worst defense in the league. I'm sorry, you're right.
But again, like CJ was saying earlier, like it's always good the first year, bro.
No film.
No film.
No film.
That's the second year, though, really.
It's not.
Did he play?
I know it's a red shirt.
Did he play?
They
He
played
only
against.
one
He
game
played.
last year.
I'm sorry. He played Denver. I just explained this earlier, guys. He played Denver the whole game.
One game.
Yes.
So one game can't change.
But he beat Denver, a playoff team.
It's not a whole season though.
What a man gonna do though?
I understand that, but
You agree with that?
So I do agree with that, but guess what? He beat him again. You know what I'm saying? So now you had a year to study this man.
He had 4 games.
And you lost
CJ gonna say, what's the show where they turn off mics? I don't know, CJ. It's one game. It's one game, but this is his first full season. We all know how RG3 did in his first full season. Exactly. Set rookie records.
First 4 games.
No, the first full season because he's rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, first full season, set records.
Right.
Your second year, when they got that game film on you?
Exactly. Every single play.
Exposure.
Yeah.
They know what you're gonna do.
Because your man, before he got his ACL tour, he was kind of wetting the bed.
Is this golf?
Jimmy Grapes was wetting the
They
bed.
gonna break it down so
golf
much.
second
They
or
gonna say
third
he
year?
looked left before
It's
he
like
go
this is
right.
third.
This is third year, right?
Yeah.
Because he played under
Who?
Fisher too.
Who?
Yeah, golf.
Jared Goff.
yeah.
But
They
Jared
got-
Goff sat his whole first
They
year.
got my man number 2.
So technically, it's his second year. Yeah.
Number 1 is
Nah,
Patrick
he's
Mahomes.
what? As far as
He
quarterback?
threw
Yeah,
14
yeah.
touchdowns in 4 games. What do you expect?
Golf is number 2. Drew Brees is number 3. Ryan Fitzpatrick is number 4.
And as I said
What?
about Ryan Fitzpatrick,
he
should be the starter. No, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, wait. He ran into that juggernaut called Khalil Mack, man.
I don't
Khalil Mack
care
has
if
been
he
playing
ran
out of
into
his
the
mind.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Khalil,
It's Ryan Fitzpatrick. Y'all know the situation with the guy. He always start off good, and then
stink.
Hey, but
he
look,
back to 3-1 record,
life,
right?
back to reality.
Right now, right?
Phillip Rivers is number 5. And I'm pissed because I said I was trying to give Kirk Cousins some props. I was saying he was in the top 5.
Funky said Andy Reid stay in quicksand. Yeah, you did, son. You did say you want Patrick Mahomes for the draft. He did say he wanted to draft him. He also said that he said Andy Reid always fizzles out at the end, which he do. So you said Kansas City, we going to see when Mahomes playing bad weather
need to get the
or
defense
cold weather
right.
games. November, December, that's a totally different story. It is though. You right. Hey, CJ, you right because right now he's having that luxury of playing in that warm weather right now.
No, wait. Kansas City ain't cold. Ain't hot.
So right now it's
right
hot.
Now it's hot.
Right, but remember he didn't come until late in the season last year when he played Denver.
And it was
one. If you tell this man one game one more time,
it was still cold.
That
So
was
are you asking about the weather or what? What are we talking about?
no. When you got to play in that weather on a consistent basis, not no one game, not for 60 minutes. We're talking about when you got to go 4 or 5 game stretch.
I feel you, but anybody has problems, especially if they have home games in Arrowhead during the playoffs. It's hard to go to Arrowhead and win. Everybody knows that.
Well,
so but he's showing that he can carry this team. Even without them having a defense, Mahomes. Yes.
Yeah, I give
they're
him a
4-0. They're undefeated, man. He's the whole reason why they're 4-0.
Yeah, but let's go back. Let's go back. Who Kansas City beat so far?
Okay, let's look at that.
Pull it up. Scope.
Let's see who Kansas City beat so far. Now, what he did stat wise is great. Is what the young fella's doing is remarkable.
Hey, you want to know what Dak is? I don't really want to read that.
No, Dak's thinking that he's probably one of the worst passers in the league.
26, young.
They had the worst pass offense in the league.
Negative 4.3 passes points added.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have beat the Chargers.
They beat the Chargers.
They beat the Steelers.
49ers.
The 49ers.
We're talking about the Steelers. Okay, wait a minute.
Let's go back. Let's go back. These 3 teams are playoff teams. Chargers,
they were playoff
Steelers,
teams what
and
year?
Broncos, huh?
It was playoff teams last year?
Last year, yeah.
But let's go back. Who was the first game they beat? The Chargers?
Chargers
never played.
That's a division game.
I'm sorry, but Chargers did not make the playoffs last year.
Okay.
They didn't. And they always start off stinky. Number 2, we all know what Pittsburgh at right now.
Well, that was still the second game of the week now.
But we all know Pittsburgh stink right now.
What they were, 1-2-1?
1-2-1. And who they tie against? I'll wait.
Cleveland. Browns. Well, Cleveland always play tough defense.
Okay, and who's the other team? And they beat who?
They beat the 49ers. We ain't gonna count that.
What?
But the Broncos.
Right, and they beat. So out of the 4 games, the one good team they did beat was the Broncos.
Yeah.
So let's not get.
So it
was just a very impressive win.
If he wins next week, I'm getting my hats off.
And who is he playing next week?
The Jaguars.
Trevor said last night.
Defense.
Trevor said last night was their first test. Right. Thank you, Cedric. Chargers, Denver, and the Steelers. We all know.
So
Steelers
they got
stink.
the Chiefs and they got the Patriots back to back. I mean, I'm sorry.
And Trevor said
all
and while they played, all of them
got
got bad defenses except for except for Denver. Except for Denver.
Dude, Kansas City got the toughest schedule. Look at this. They got the Jaguars, then the Chiefs, then the Bengals, then the Broncos.
You said the Chiefs got the toughest schedule. They got the Jaguars, then the Chiefs, then what? They got to play themselves.
The Jaguars and the Patriots. I'm sorry. Jaguars, Patriots, Bengals. I did fumble that one. Then the Broncos again. So their next month is tough.
That's their division, though. Most of the time, the Broncos is in their division.
The Jaguars, top defense.
The Jaguars,
the Bengals, who are on fire right now. I mean, they got a tough schedule coming.
What's the Bengals?
Man, you got to play who in front of you.
Are they undefeated?
No, they 3-1.
Yeah,
I think they 3-1. Mm-hmm. So that's one. So that's one of the biggest shocks so far for the first quarter of the season is, of course, is Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City.
The other one is the 3-1 Bears.
Yeah, the Bears are 3-1.
Who was the Rams?
They undefeated too.
Undefeated 4-0.
So that should be a surprise too, right?
No.
Yeah, no, they was kind of a juggernaut. They fizzled in the playoffs last year, but you kind of
they were slated to do this.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, how far they get, I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question because it's only the first quarter.
Khalil Mack is a monster, boy.
Now,
That's one of the big stories too. Is Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from your opinion, the Bears are so great because of the
defense
of the trade. It has to be right. Yeah. I think the trade with Khalil Mack there, the president's making everybody else. I think he's making everybody else better. Yeah. I think that's what he's doing. I think everybody getting this is saying like, you know what, hey. And the way he's out there performing on that field, though, oh my God!
It's not the fact that he got money and not a little bit.
He got 1 sack and 1 forced.
He got money and he's performing
and making everybody else step up.
So he's making them say, "We're happy we paid you."
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's a franchise player right there.
What did they get him for? A fourth round?
Who?
Khalil Mack.
No, they gave him that. They got the house for him. They got the house. They got the house. 2 first rounds and like a second and a third. Yeah, they got the house. They got the house for him.
Okay.
They got the house for him though. They ain't. And that brings me to again like
Raiders.
how we doing. We doing with the Le'Veon Bell situation. So I'm always been a person that says get your money.
All right, I got you.
And look at your man, Thomas.
Look what happened to Earl Thomas.
And that's exactly why he said he's doing what he's doing. He said he's going to continue to represent for people like us that's fighting for a contract or guaranteed money. And this is why
that's all they want. They guaranteed money.
So guess what? That's the only reason he is coming out.
How do you feel about him flicking off the sidelines
between 7 and 8?
I don't think he should have went that.
I don't think he did the sideline. I think it's a certain person. But I don't know.
No,
who,
he did that stat. He did the whole sideline.
That was a slow.
He might not did the players, but he did Pete Carroll. He did the organization. He gave the organization.
He gave the organization to Birdie.
Yeah.
But see now he's his reputation on there is tarnished. So it's like
not just that though.
Next person,
but you broke your leg.
Yeah, same leg.
Same leg.
Fracture.
Yeah. You know, fracture is broken, right, Sco?
No, fracture and clean break are two different things.
No, fracture is a break.
A fracture is a fracture.
Fracture is a break.
Oh my God.
Fracture is a break.
Look behind you. That's a fracture.
No, a fracture is a break. Look at the X-ray.
Fracture.
Fracture
is a crack inside the lining that could break.
That's a break.
It's the difference.
Is
it? Ask a medical person.
Wait a minute. If it's cracked, it's broke, right?
It's broken.
A fracture is a break.
You can't use it.
Okay, a fracture can go without surgery. A break cannot. There's a difference.
Let me ask you this: if my screen cracked, is it broke?
It's fractured. Can you still see?
But is it broke?
Hold on, wait. Can you still see?
If the screen,
if it's cracked, can you still see?
Yeah.
If it's broken, you can't see. I know I deal with computers all the time.
Well, no,
it's different. There's a difference.
No, you can have a broken screen.
There's a
and
difference.
The shit still work.
Not broken.
You might not see what you want to see on it.
Right.
it might light up, but not how you want it.
There's a big difference, people. Let's do a quick poll.
A fracture.
Right
now, between a fracture and a break.
But right now, there's so them the big stories for the first So Scope wanted to do a top 5 NFL teams.
Hey, so do you think Dallas? You think Dallas should still go after him?
Earl Thomas? No.
Are you stupid?
1 year deal. You get a 1 year deal.
Thank you. What I'm saying is,
real quick before we go to the top 5, big congratulations to safety Eric Reed for landing the job. Yeah. Hat off to the Carolina Panthers for taking that venture out on that limb and signing this guy without asking him any questions on whether he's going to kneel or not.
Exactly. He got a 1 year deal.
And he went on an interview in the Carolina Panthers reporting room with a shirt that said, "I support Cap."
Yeah, he sure did.
And I'm proud of them for that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's big, man. So shout out to safety Eric Reed, man. I have a Congratulations.
I have a question. Now, does he not now get the money from the lawsuit because now somebody's hired?
You know what? That's a good question. I didn't look deep into that part, but maybe I don't know if he's jumping off of that lawsuit or not. But hey, if he stays on,
said it was blackballed and not hiring people, so now he just got hired.
Right. Well. But I guess it would go from the date that he filed to now. I don't know how that would work.
Nah, his law.
There's probably loopholes in there.
So his case.
His lawsuit is what it is. It's just a whole different.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, so he still can get money from being out of the league so long. It's been what over a year.
It's been the players. So it's like almost 2 years. So it's up to the Players Association.
He gotta get that back pay or something.
And let's do some win picks. Who played this?
Nah, we gotta do the top 5.
Top 5. Go ahead, Sean. What you got, man? Who's your top 5 right now at this point in the season?
Man, I'm gonna go with KC.
Mm-hmm. There's no particular order, right?
Joe's gonna say, "Man, that made me want to be a Panthers fan like a mug."
Look, I'm just gonna go with Kansas City. I gotta go with my love, the Cowboys. Even though we at the bottom of the barrel with the crabs.
That's love right there.
Them
that's the type of love you got.
Skins, they doing something. I'm gonna stick out there.
Fucking Cowboys in the bottom 5.
New Orleans and them guys up there in that cold place. Who was that? Tom who?
New England.
Oh, that's them.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Kansas City, Rams, and Saints.
CJ?
I'm saying Rams, Kansas City, you know what I'm saying, the Skins. I'm actually gonna say Chicago because they're doing so well too. And
yeah, I forgot about Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Rams first. Of course, I gotta go with Kansas City second because they're the 2 undefeated teams. Far as third, and I'm gonna say Cincinnati because right now they're playing good ball on both sides of the ball, for defense as well. Chicago, I really can't. I want to, but I'm kind of nervous about them because I'm not sold on Mitchell Trubisky yet. But I'm gonna say Jacksonville will be my number 4, and number 5. Only because it's the GOAT. I got to stay with Tom Brady, even though they're 2-2.
Whoa.
You know,
really?
You're sold on that defense for Chicago, right?
I'm sold on the defense.
And we know defense can win championships.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. Which goes into what I'm saying, and I'll give you the reason why. From 5 to 1, I'm going to go 5 first. New Orleans Saints. My 4 team is the Bears. My 3 team is the Jaguars. My number 2 team is the Rams. And, of course, number 1 is the Chiefs. The reason I have it ordered that way is because I look at it's more impressive for a team that has basically no defense and you still beat a game versus a team like the Rams. They have a juggernaut defense. They're supposed to have like the top defense in the league.
Actually, they don't, though. They got 2 good players on defense, which is Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald. That's all they got.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. So you going to count out Aqib Talib?
Who's gone for the season? I'll wait.
I don't know if he's gone for the season.
He's gone.
Oh,
That's
that announced today?
Gone. Yeah.
Wow. And those others,
Peters got hurt.
Marcus Peters
got hurt.
Right, but I'm just saying before they got hurt.
We're not talking about before. We're talking about right now.
No, okay. Well, you can go there, but I'm just saying that they are considered to have the top defense.
We don't know about Marcus Peters yet, but Talib out for the
Peters
season.
hurt his leg, but wow. So that's going to hurt them defensively. But that Thursday night game showed me that those were supposed to be the 2 top defenses in the league, Minnesota versus the Rams. But they both put up 40-something or 30-something. I'm like, wow.
Because sometimes you just pin your ears back and you go for what you know.
You go for what you know, huh? So the defense didn't do no study on either offense, huh?
What nothing you can do. What nothing you can do.
So, teams that's what impressed me, a team with an offense and no defense or a team with a defense and no offense. So that's why I put the Bears in there, definitely the Rams, the Chiefs up there, the Saints up there, because the Saints have no defense, but they're still 3-1. And they did beat the Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry, Falcons. Fumble.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fumble.
Yeah, so
that's how we go.
And I'm trying to tell you, basketball season is upon us.
And we will get on that the next 2 weeks for the opening of basketball season. Hey, we want to thank y'all, man. Great show, man. I know it's kind of sentimental in the beginning because of the topic it was, but great show from everybody. Big shout out to my main man, Scope One Time.
Yes,
my main
sir.
man, Mr. Sean.
Yep.
Hey, my main man, Chill Will. And my man, CJ. Make sure y'all tune in next week for the ladies of Let's Be Clear, who will be right here on Win DC from 6 to 8.
Ladies.
See y'all next week.
Peace.
Are you hungry like I am? Let me tell you what you should do. You should head right on